Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. This is game 2 between SG Esports and Motoka. Looks like they don't have their handle this time. Still, this is not looking that good for SG after all. They lost game 1. They do change their draft, but not that much. Looks like they did pick up the Oracle, usually a pretty good counter versus the Grimstroke, since you're able to take that Inkswell out, one of the strongest kills that this guy has. Both teams actually getting their position 1 right up the bat in the first phase. Juggernaut on one side, Terrorblade on the other. Motoka themselves actually take the OD out. OD didn't counter Terrorblade before, I think. But now that's under cost mana, the hammer can actually be very useful against him. And they will take the center as their last hero. Let's see what SG is going to pick up. Oh, the Phoenix. Alright. They're already against 2 range heroes. Terrorblade is usually ranged during the fights, since he will have that Metamorphosis. Also here that kind of struggles against that Phantom Embrace. Not necessarily sure what I think about this Phoenix. And I'm also curious if this is going to be position 4 or 5 Phoenix.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Oh, what's up, Bobby? How are you doing? On the side of the Radiant, looks like they will now pick the 3rd hero here. So they are lacking 1 support for sure. Also an offlaner. Last time they ended up picking that Slaughter for was it Murdoch playing it? I think it was Murdoch playing it, and it was just insane. The hero felt very powerful. I wonder. I'm actually trying to. I don't think any hero in particular on the side of Motoka had this huge impact. It was a team effort in a way, and the draft was very well elaborated. Once again, it looks like they have a lot of push already. The Terrorblade, will always be. It's probably one of the best pushing carry. Maybe Luna does almost as good. It does depend. I think Luna gets barracks easier than Terrorblade, but Terrorblade does push tier 1 towers and tier 2 towers a little bit better. This time they're gonna get a Puck, a hero that doesn't have that much push, but deals very well against the Juggernaut and the Phoenix. Once you have that Blink Dagger, you're gonna be able to get that instant silence on both the Juggernaut and the Phoenix, and you can even do that on the Oracle, so he doesn't pop that False Promise out. Do you reckon Motoka will go for the push strat again? I hope SG takes measurements against that. They're gonna remove the Pugna here, so that is 1 hero removed. And but most of those heroes that they had, the Shadow Shaman, the Shadow Shaman could be picked right now. After all, this Puck is most likely going to be either mid or the off lane. SG, once again, they're gonna get the Batrider. It is a hero that isolates the Terrorblade. It is a hero that can isolate the Puck. Batrider also does pretty well against Terrorblade in lane. But that push still kinda, I don't know, still kinda worries me a little. Because you can win the lanes as much as you want. You do need some sort of push. You do need some sort of way to take Roshan. And how do they Rosh, for instance? I don't see that here, and that worries me a little bit. But if you're sure you can crush your lanes, then this type of draft could work. And I'm not saying, they actually laned pretty well in the first game. I think it was even and actually slightly favorable for SG, but you need more than slightly favorable. You need very favorable, so that you can just get away with a draft like this, which is when you're so strong that the enemies, they can even show up to defend the tower. So it doesn't matter if you push slowly if they cannot contest you at all. Now, the Radiant here, they are taking their time. They actually don't have a lot of reserve time already, only 20 seconds. And I wonder what... it's probably going to be a support. They did last pick the offlane last time, and I think, they have a pretty interesting way to draft, it looks like. Let's see how they're going to approach this. Already 8 seconds. They have to pick, or else they're going to hand them. I hope they don't random. I hope they... Oh, okay, they did pick, I think. Oh. And they do pick their support here. So, the Winter Wyvern. Pretty decent hero versus that Juggernaut. You can stop the Batrider mid lasso with the Winter's Curse. They don't really have any setups with, arrows and stuff. But they could actually get that hero with their 5th pick. Now it's time for SG to ban. I reckon this is going to be an not an offlane Winter Wyvern, so you would take some offlaners out. Nature's Prophet and the Centaur are already out of the pool. Phoenix and Batrider are also out, as well as Sven and Tiny. So what is left here? Darkseer is actually left, but doesn't look like that great of a Darkseer game, since the only melee hero that he has is the Terrorblade, and he doesn't like to be fighting in melee form anyways. So I think SG, they don't actually have to worry about that Darkseer. Actually, 3 range heroes on either side. So I don't think I think Darkseer is going to be ignored here. Tidehunter could be decent versus the Terrorblade, actually. He is a hero that can dispel the silence from both the Grimstroke. Can you dispel the silence from Grimstroke, actually, with the Tidehunter? I'm not entirely sure. You can definitely take pucks out. You're also a tanky hero, unlikely that Winter's Curse is going to kill you, and they actually don't have that much physical damage on the side of SG, so it's not like Winter's Curse like scares you anyway. Alright, I'm gonna take the Invoker out once again. Yeah, I was talking about the combination, you know. I wanted to say Mirana, but I remember during the European qualifiers suggesting Mirana in like 2 or 3 games. And Mirana was never picked because it's not a hero that people are picking, but I think the hero has its place. First of all, having the Moonlight Shadow to disengage from stuff like the Omnislash, the Lasso, and the Egg is quite nice. And having, not only you have that, but now you have combinations, right? The Coil with the Arrow and the, even the Inkswell with the Arrow, as well as the Winter's Curse. So I'm actually fine with this hero. It's probably going to be an offlane Mirana playing versus either the Batrider or the Phoenix. Not entirely sure who is the support here. SG, they're going to wrap it up with a Kunkka. So, again, a lot of team fight. Probably does well. Oh, they're going to actually Murdoch with the puck. So, actually, this is a better matchup than I anticipated. Kunkka versus Mirana. Pretty good. Still, I don't see that much push. This time, though, Motoka, they don't have as much push as they had before. It's only the Terrorblade that really takes towers. So, in a way, I think this is a better, like, this is my philosophy when it comes to push. Like, you can give away not having push if the enemy doesn't have that much. But you always want to at least be close to what the enemy has, and this time it's closer than the first game. Speaking of lane matchups, I think this Kunkka vs Mirana is going to be very good for SG. Golan played amazingly well with the Juggernaut, so I do expect him to play as good, and they still have, you know, some ways of getting kills. This is going to be a support Phoenix with Sexy Fat on the Batrider, which means they have the slow from the Icarus Dive, as well as the Fortune's End to lock people down and get the Blade Fury damage. And yeah, I guess that's it, guys. This is the game. This is the second game between SG and Motoka. Whoever wins this will be closer of getting into the close qualifiers for the Kiev Minor, or the Star Ladder Emba Minor. I'm your caster, Bowie. Thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate you guys' presence. Let's get some dotes going. Alright, I just need 1 second here, guys. I mean, we have a pause, so I do have a second. Thank you, guys. I think the players are listening. Alright. Winter Wyvern is basically a Jakiro without the fire hat, so I was right. Alright. In a way, you were. I mean, I'm not sure. So how are they going to lane this? Is this going to be like a solo Puck versus a solo Batrider? That is such a weird lane, right? Who even wins this? I guess... I guess the Puck can die. It's definitely easier for the Puck to die than the Batrider, because the Batrider... The only way the Batrider dies is if he forces the lane, whereas the Puck, if he uses the orb incorrectly, which is not forcing, you know, he just uses the orb to get a CS, then the Batrider might have enough stacks to just try and dive the Puck. The phase shift most likely will not buy enough time. The silence doesn't stop the Firefly that was already committed. So yeah, looks like we are about to start. Thank you all for being here once again. And yeah, Dota 2. I'm super glad that I actually able to cast South American qualifiers. You know, when we were trying to figure out what the hell was going on with my PC, I was a little worried I wouldn't be able to cast any games, even though I was like trying to make this work for, you know, a long time. So thankfully, here we are, and let's see what happens here. So let me just do this. No, this. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So Murdoch already setting up here in the off lane. I don't want to see net turf. I want to see last hits. Oh, I see a Vrim from Ryer. Huh, I wonder what he means. Oh, that's the Motoka, right? Yeah, if you're not Brazilian, or if you don't speak Portuguese, Motoka means a motorcycle. I guess that's kind of Italian. This time they don't have the handle here, but it is literally a poorly drawn motorcycle. Their logo. All right, bottom lane. Looks like a boy Batrider is gonna find arms, and I think as G they would really like to lane the Batrider versus Terrorblade. You know, Batrider very high armor, but very low HP. So I think this Batrider could have a lot of kill potential onto him. Usually, you know, the lanes that we were seeing, at least most teams were trying to do, is like offlaner versus offlaner, mid versus mid, and tri-lane versus tri-lane. I do think that they benefit a little bit more, not necessarily from not having a tri-lane, but having the Batrider versus the Terrorblade. And it looks like for now, they're not going to take arms out of this lane. They're going to actually send both Puck and the Wyvern to be against the Juggernaut. So pretty much every single team just leaving their carries to the wolves here. Let's see who's going to be the better carrier, who's going to be the better offlane to actually get the kill on that carry. We do see them pinging them out. They do send the Oracle. So for now, this is a dual lane, but finally the Winter Wyvern with the Arctic-born Inkswell shows up. He takes... Oh, that's a pretty good play. He takes the Inkswell out, which means Oracle will be able to disengage. And that was a pretty good play because they show the Wyvern first, which means that maybe if the Oracle panicked, he would commit the Fortune's End on the Wyvern, and then he wouldn't be able to dispel the Inkswell. But he was pretty calm. He understood that there might be a little Grimstroke there. And he does get the dispel. Oh, as the Marana tries to go for the deny, the Torn actually connects on Shryro, but he does have one leap, and he's gonna commit the salve. We'll be back to full HP in no time. Already a pretty aggressive ward here being committed by the Wyvern. And yeah, there we are. Looks like the Kunkka is dominating the lane, as Kunkkas usually do. Oh, it looks like they're gonna pop that Metamorphosis here. Our boy Ma trying to disengage. Unfortunately, only a level 2 bird, so it doesn't have that Icarus dive. The last right clicks. Oh, that was so close. Doesn't get the deny onto the little Harpies, but they keep on chasing with that Firefly. Our boy Sexy Fat trying to get a kill. Arms already 3 stacks. Where is that 4th one? The damage is most likely going to be there. He pops that shtick, but it doesn't seem to be enough. Arms will perish, so they do trade a support for a carry. And Sexy Fat even gets the salve off. They do not cancel this, which means that's once again a pretty good start for SG, as usually they lane like their lanes always I mean, at least in this series, seem to be doing pretty well here. Mini already showing up. Bracer was purchased, and yeah, I like that they are dual laning this. I think this is a way better approach when you're against that. If you have the Batrider against that Terrorblade, you want a dual lane or just a solo lane. And for now, they're doing pretty well with the Kunkka, dominating this lane super hard. Ryu is forced to commit the arrow every single time on the range creep, and even then, he is way behind in CS. Bottom lane, once again, some aggression here. The Inkswell gets committed. They don't have that Fortune's End to dispel it, which means Arms might be able to disengage, maybe not. He does commit that Reflection. And this is already a pretty big win, because since he commits the Reflection to be able to disengage from the Batrider, this means he's going to be farming slower once he is in the jungle, as every, you know, Terrorblade does. Alright. Middle lane. Nice cleave right there, but Ryer did find a double damage, which puts him back in the CS charts a little bit, and can even... Alright, gonna get the X with the Torrent. Is this enough damage? Well, they do get the stun, but he is right-clicking the Marana and not getting the cleave. Can he get this range creep? Oh, he can, but not enough damage. Oh, that Fairy Fire was so perfect that he actually had 75 HP after the Fairy Fire was committed and the damage came through. He literally saved himself there with that, and with another salve, the Marana will be okay. Still, another salve being committed. The pressure from the Kunkka is definitely being felt by Motoka. In terms of win probability, we do have a smaller advantage, but still, SG having that advantage in the laning phase. Top lane. the Golden Juggernaut, 12 CS versus the 4. Oh, that's actually something we did not comment on. Only 5 CS in the Terrorblade. This is a pretty low number, so the pressure there from SG, and like not only they're getting the kills, but this time he's not farming, and you know, that was different. Both the Throw and the Juggernaut were farming equally that game. Looks like the Courier shows up here. Oh, Purifying Flames pretty close. They're gonna dispel the heal. Can the creeps find this kill? No, they can, and Alduin shows up with his Wyvern. Healing Ward, still full HP. Another salve being committed. A lot of salves being committed on the side of Motoka, so they are feeling the pressure now. Are those salves going to be enough so that they can get the experiencing lane, or will they struggle a lot here? 18 magical charges on the Terrorblade, so oh no, I actually missed a kill. The Oracle will fall top. Looks like that salve allowed the puck to get a kill, and already has Blows of Haste here. Hopefully he's not going Midas. It looks like he's just going Trads onto that puck. Alright. Top lane. Silence on to Gold. Level 3 puck already. Where's that cleave from Mini? Not gonna get it. Just gets denied. In terms of bounty runes here, looks like they will find 2 on RZS, and they already found... Oh man. SG, you need to step up your bounty game. Once again, 4 bounties for Motoka. 4 bounties, that's so much. The Terrorblade does fall, though. This is like, you know, I was complaining, but since they got that kill, this actually might be worth it. I'm not sure that was intentional or not. If it was intentional, it was pretty good. You know, knowing that the supports will be going for the bounties, and thus getting that upper hand, getting that timing window to find the Terrorblade. And maybe that was not very well communicated between them. They're gonna get the Splinter Blast onto the sexy fat Batrider, and with that Reflection Metamorphosis, I assume he is going to perish. He doesn't have that Flame Break, and he dies. Top lane, we do see Aura being committed here. Alright. That middle lane, still a pretty decent advantage here for Mini. Getting the Siege Creep CS. Already has 10 denies instead of the 5 denies on the Murana. Well, looks like we have a Russian invasion on my stream. Hello, Russians. You're all welcome here. Bottom lane. The Terrorblade going for that Circlet. Wants to get his first Wraith Band, so that's a pretty rough game for the Terrorblade. Only... Oh, looks like Kanka is taking some damage here. He's gonna commit the boat. Can they get that axe back? It will connect on Schreier. He has 3 leaf charges, though I think this is not going to be enough damage. The taking damage from the Fire Spirits. He does get that boop with the Icarus Dive. Ryer, can you live? He can. The Tango usage allowing Ryer to survive with pretty much 14 HP. That was a good rotation from SG. They do force Ryer out, but still they do not get the kill. And they also don't force the towers because of the push that we already talked about. Still, Sexy Fatty is level 5. He is dominating this lane, and already 2 cores on the side of SG, way ahead of their counterparts on the side of Motoka. This is looking like a pretty different game, and this is the type of game I was talking about. If you don't draft any push against a team that has a lot, you do need lanes like this. You do need a clear advantage. 41 CS on the Kunkka versus 26. You have 36 on the Juggernaut against the Terrorblade. If SG, they can keep going for the right moves during the mid game, they might be set for success here. Especially if this Batrider can get, you know, the early drums. He already pretty much has Strength Boost, just needs the ring. And then this Batrider can just dive the Terrorblade over and over again. And this will create chaos, allowing the Juggernaut to keep on farming. I wonder if he's going for the same build that he went last game. You know, maybe he's interested in a battle through here. The Axe back is going to connect, even with the lip from Ryer. Can they get the boop? Yes, they can this time. The Murana will perish. And let's check the TP cooldown here. We don't know if he can TP back to the lane, but maybe he doesn't because he had to walk back and go and TP back to the tier 1 tower. Thank you very much for all the follows, guys. You're amazing. Sexy Fat, very close to the jump, and he's farming uncontested here. There's a Wyvern trying to sap experience, but that's about it. That Wyvern, though, already level 5.5, so since the Terrorblade was forced to now jungle, you know, this CS here, you might think that he's recovering, but not necessarily. We can check the net worth here. And, oh, he actually... okay, he did recover. He actually has a lot of CS. I apologize. I was like, nah, he's probably way ahead, way behind. Batrider dives the Wyvern. Arms did get level 6. Does not learn Sunder or saves the skill point. Double damage onto the Kunkka. Already has that double bracer. RZS going for a warding mission. Maybe here has a smoke and a ward. And yeah, and he does go for this ward here. Will give vision for the bounty if they want to go for it. Oh, the Radiant Scan will find this little bird here, so they might know where the ward is. But Ma, very interesting that he wards here, which means that they might think, yeah, they ping here, so they might think that the ward is there. But Ma, with the next level plays there, he's not going. Maybe his ward is not going to be spotted. He does rotate once again to the middle lane. Ryer still level 6 versus the level 8 of that Kunkka, so they need to be careful, because if he can get range for that X marks the spot. Okay, they're actually gonna get the arrow onto the bird. This ward giving vision, and I think you were fine. Okay, nice Icarus dive, but it's not going to save him, and the boat connect. They need to get out. 3 heroes from Motoka here trying to chase Mini. He does have phase boots as well as all the damage mitigation coming from the boat. He might be fine. Gets one cleave as he disengages. Has a salve as well. Can he commit another phase boots? He will be fine. Winter's Curse buying time. Can they get the next arrow? It's going to be available. The creep doesn't get in front, and they will get the stun. Finally, he's going to fall. TP from the Juggernaut as well as the Phoenix with the Blade Fury. They don't have that Winter's Curse anymore. I think Dunyan might be dead. They even commit the Omni Slash. So yeah, they find the skill, but only a support. So I'm pretty sure Motoka is happy with what just happened here. SG setting up for the bounty runes in the bottom side, but our boy Arms, thanks to that ward we saw, the Grimstroke plant, we'll be able to get this with pretty much no fear. Alright, so about the supports here. How are the levels? Looks like the Grimstroke is not level 6, but the Wyvern is very healthy, level 7 already, and he's going for Arcane Boots, already has the gold. So pretty good for Dunyao, having a pretty good impact here. On the side of SG, Oracle does not have that False Promise, but he's relatively close. But overall, the supports on the side of SG are a little bit behind. They're all level 5, but there's already a level 7 Wyvern here. Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Nice casting. Please go easy on the energy drinks. Yeah, this time, you know, I actually, after that cast, where I casted like 15 hours, I did not have a good time with my tummy. That's about as real as I can get to explain what happened. Oh, they will get the Fortune's End here, and now he doesn't have the orb anymore, doesn't have phase shift. Looks like the coil will lock Golden in place. Can they find a kill on Murdoch? Lucy, can you get range for Purifying Flames? He doesn't have it, but with the ticking damage of the Flying Spirits, they're gonna get that kill. And the tower as well. So nice rotation. Top lane. It looks like they're trying to defend this. They will get the ink. So here the stun on Sexy Fat is going to be enough. Nice egg. Buying time. Can they get this kill just terribly? He doesn't have no more. He doesn't have Sunder. Can he survive? No. He's going to fall. The stun also finds the Wyvern here. The Fire Spirit's being committed. Another one. Can they get the X? Yes, they can with the boop and the X back. Double kill for Mini. The tower still alive. So way different game from SG than the other one. The gold advantage might seem even to you, but I think the win probability is going to tell us otherwise. There you go. That is a 60% chance that SG is going to win this. They do take a tower. They defend their own tower while they kill the enemy carry. Very good movements by SG, and they still maintain 2 of their cores. Actually, pretty much 3 of their cores are in the top 4. So very good start by SG. They did get the drums. And it looks like after finishing the Trankos, they're going to go Blink Dagger on that Batrider. He's already farming a little bit here. In the bottom lane, our boy Golden going for the Asha once again. So not that much change in his build, even though he's he's playing against different heroes. Oh, hello, Murdoch shows up here. The silence is going to be there. With the orb, he cannot dodge that damage now, and he keeps on running away. The healing ward is going to be there. He does get that Blade Fury out, but the healing ward was taken. Can they take this fight with the haste rune? He might get another orb onto Golden if he doesn't take care, but the haste does fade away, and it looks like the puck disengages, or maybe not. Murdoch being a little greedy there, trying to get a deny, but yeah, at the end of the day, the Juggernaut just disengages. In terms, let's check everyone's items here. The Grimstroke does have Arcane Boots. Murana with the triple, oh, hello, Winter's Curse onto the Batrider from Sexy Fat. The arrow will connect. Can they actually save him? They will get the Fire Spirits, reducing the physical damage that they have, but with the lip, I think Ryer will be able to make up for most of that attack speed low, and he will, but Ryer, he actually gets debated. Can they actually save him with the Cold Embrace? It looks like they can. The raindrops as well as that buff to the Cold Embrace, allowing Dunyan to save Ryer. Just 1 level there, and the tanks, oh, what a play. Not only they kill Batrider once again, they are able to do pretty well here. Stroke of Fate gets committed. Orb. It looks like SG might struggle to defend against 4 heroes on the side of Motoka. Only the Phoenix here, but they did buy time for the egg to be available, it looks like Ma still trying to disengage. There is a puck, you have to be careful about that. Silence Sex Effect with another TP to the top lane. They will commit the Moonlight Shadow on the side of Motoka Fortunes and maybe expecting to lock someone down. Oh, the X actually finds our boy Grimstroke here. The Inkso is going to be there, doesn't find anyone to stun. They do not have vision. The Moonlight Shadow about to wear off. Can they get vision? Yes, they can. Hello, Grimstroke. Actually doesn't have Soulbind Learn, huh? Interesting. Oh, he's gonna perish anyways. Oh, he's level 7. No Soulbind. I wonder how many Grimstrokes are doing this. I think I've never seen that. I guess they don't feel like they have a lot of good combinations. Like you can get double Winter's Curse, but that's a little that's not the greatest combination, right? They're both gonna be there staring at each other. I guess you do stop 2 TPs maybe. Anyways, Lucy with the wards here. He did commit a smoke for this, so even... Oh, once again... Oh, those smokes... I'm sorry, those cans from Motoka, they've been on point. Every time it looks like they're scouting the supports, going for the wards here. Lucy really taking control over this left area of the map, and this is the area that has Roshan, so most likely the side of the map where Terrorblade is going to be farming, but for now, he's actually on the right side, probably because so many fights are happening there, so he feels pretty safe in this bottom side of the map. Arrow trying to make sure... that Juggernaut doesn't get the rune, but he sidesteps it, no problem. Is going for the Manta this time. I think he went Yasha Millstone last time. They will get a good torrent onto the Grimstroke, and now he is dead. They will find one Winter's Curse onto the Batrider to try and disengage, but with the Axe, where is the bow? They're gonna get the Axe back. Dunyan, it looks like you might be dead. Cold Embrace just buying a bit of time, but where's the Purifying Flames from Lucy? There you go, double kill for the Oracle. What happens when you sunder someone with Grims? Oh, it's just weird, like, you sunder once, like, you sunder the first target, and then you sunder the next one, so that's literally what happens. That's literally what happens, and your HP will do that, so a lot of, like, it's very hard to predict what is going to happen. Most of the time, I wouldn't try and sunder someone that is soul-binded. So that is actually a weakness on the side of Motoka we did not discuss. They have a lot of spells that actually counterintuitively work bad for them, even though it should be good to get double ults, right? You get, you know, double ults on 2 heroes. Wow, that's good. Well, not necessarily with the heroes that they have, unfortunately. You also don't get double arrow. They don't really have... I guess you can get double Splinter Blast. That's pretty much the only good interaction besides the double silence that you can get with the Phantom Embrace. Alright. Alright, the Firefly is gonna get committed here. Sexy Fat maybe looking for a Wyvern, and now this axe definitely showcases the war that they have. Winter's Curse trying to buy time, but the boat will connect. Does he buy enough time? Looks like he's trying to TP out. The arrow actually connects onto the Batrider. They will be able to take the Mirana out of the situation, and now with the Phantom Embrace ending, so can they actually save the Mirana? They will get the False Promise onto the Batrider here, trying to heal Sexy Fat. Can you live? Does live, I guess it's mostly because of that Rum hangover. Sexy Fat though pretty low. The arrow, nice sidestep there. He's gonna be able to live. Oh no, the blink from Murdoch finds that kill. He debuts the item. Pretty good kill, but still, that's a 5,000 gold lead for SG. We did talk about how they crush the early game, and even though the Terrorblade is not doing that terribly, look at that Mirana. You know, as a Mirana, you want to be playing from ahead. Most of the time, this hero struggles very hard. Oh, the arrow does not connect. Waiting, maybe expecting the Golden to run right as soon as the tower fell. And Golden's gonna be fine. He just gets slowed by that Arctic Burn. Okay.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Murdoch. Go TP back to the base. Doesn't really have that much mana. Doesn't have that much HP regen, unfortunately. Doesn't have a bottle. Golem keeps on farming here, having a pretty good game this time. He also gave up on the Manta to get the Maelstrom, so that's pretty much the same build he went last time, that Yasha into Mjolnir. It does allow him to farm quite a bit, and it does give quite a bit of damage, and I like the Mjolnir in this game. I think I like the Mjolnir in this game more than I liked in the last one, because Terrorblade, very high armor, and you know, that magical damage is going to be fine. The Troll, also very high armor, but I think, you know, against that Battle Trance, I would rather have something else. I don't know. I shouldn't be commenting on the builds anyways. Looks like they will defend this tower here. Still not in deny range. Pretty low, but yeah, the affirmative flies out from Lucy. You cannot get that deny. The top lane, Wyvern already setting up here. Looks like he wants to get the Aetherlands, and in fact, he can buy the energy booster even without his assembling his Arcane Boots. So Daniel having a super good game. He's pretty much tied up with the Phoenix from Ma. Do they have a Midas on the Phoenix? Yes, they do so. That is a lot of farm if the Phoenix has a Midas. Kunkka with the Phase Boots armlet on. The Juggernaut almost finishing. Oh, another arrow there. Very, very lucky from Ryer. Oracle going for the Aetherlands, but still needs a lot of gold. Blink Dagger is now up for Batrider. I think this is fairly new. Let's see if they're gonna go smoke with this item. Maybe looking for that Wyvern showing top. But I mean, do you really want to smoke 3 heroes for a Wyvern? I don't think so. I'm gonna go for the smoke. There is, though, a Terrorblade around the area. If they can get this, oh, can they find the bat? Oh, there you go. Lasso is going to connect. They do find Moonlight Shadow, Winter's Curse, holding heroes in place. Can they get enough damage? No. Arms is going to not only get that Mint out, she's going to get the Sun. There's so much damage flying out. They will lose Batrider straight up. Okay, nice coil holding everyone. Lucy commits the false promise onto himself, and now it's Mini versus the world here. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do anything. And now Lucy just trying to buy time for Mini to disengage, but since he doesn't have the false promise, they're going to lose 2 heroes anyways. So SG, they had the advantage, but oh man, they smoked and they had to run towards the high ground here, but they were ready on the side of Motoka. The ward was there and the Winter's Curse holding everyone in place. That Aetherlands just made sure that the Wyvern could use the spell for 10 feet away. Oh boy. Golem though will get double bounty here. We also find a double damage. Actually, did not get vision for the double damage, huh? Interesting. Oh. Maybe he felt like he couldn't actually get the double damage either way because the puck was running there. Terrorblade with that Metamorphosis. Sexy Fat still trying to chase here. I wonder if he's going to be able to do it. No. The Manta that was pulled by Arms actually cancels the Blink Dagger, and he's just going to be fine. Already has his Manta working towards either a Skadi or BKB. That's usually the 2 items you see Terrorblades go for, and he will TP bottom since the lane is pushing. Let's check everyone's items here. The Grimstroke with that Arcane Boots. Rana going for the Manta. Pretty much has the item already. Puck with that Uceptor being on the way. The Wyvern with the Blink Dagger on the way. Mini did go for that Armlet, and he's now... Oh, he actually already has BKB, so still a pretty commanding performance by the Kunkka. Phoenix with the Midas already has 2.6 HP. I wonder if he's going for something like Shiva's Guard. Nice lasso. They will find themselves a little Murdoch, and that is a dead puck. Nicely done. Oracle wants to get that Aetherlands, and the Batrider now going for a 4-step. Already has half of it. Alright. For everyone wondering if São Paulo is safe or not, pretty much like any city, there are pretty safe areas, there are pretty dangerous areas. You just have to know your shit and be street smart. Top lane, I wouldn't say it's like... I think, like, I've been to Seattle, and I would say... it's probably as safe if you're in the right spots. Like I heard there are people that actually get shot in Seattle. Like there are places you risk getting shot. Like the places where you can get shot in São Paulo are like, you know, you shouldn't be there. Like it's clear that that place is dangerous. Anyways, a fight is starting to brew out here. They have the Moonlight Shadow on the side of Motoka, looking all nice, warding the high ground here by Oracle. They are trying to take this fight. Now the Batrider is going to be zoned out by that Blink Leap on Murana. Can they find the skill? Yes, they can. The silence there, and now they're going to be able to kill the Oracle with the Winter's Curse. SG, they start a fight that doesn't look very good. Mini already BKB TP's out. Yes, he's safe, but this is not how you want to take our fights. You're going to lose too. Nice Moonlight Shadow there by Motoka. Even though they got this ward, they were just a little bit too discombobulated. They were not together, and they were able to pick SG apart. Golem, though, keeps on farming. He's being very selfless. What's the opposite of selfless, actually? He's being pretty greedy here, farming a lot. Only 1-0 and 1. In that last game, we saw him getting, you know, a ton of triple kills, but maybe that hindered his farm. He is now focusing a little bit more in farming, which means he is top net worth. Let's see if he's going to be able to use all of that net worth to, you know, create more impact for his team. That Mjolnir is already done, and he's going for the Basher. So pretty much exactly the same build that he went for. Some smokes being purchased by the Batrider here. Sexy Fat does have lasso. I wonder if they're gonna go for a plane right now. Okay, so three-man smoke. Oh no, but they lose their Juggernaut. Looks like this was I guess the silence. And yeah, that's what happens when you don't go for the Manta. You know, that Basher is pretty good in finding kills. Top lane looks like a fight is about to brew. You're gonna get the coil onto the Phoenix, but the puck is dead. The last will hit, and now the boat here onto Runner Ryer will be taking out the Sunray. So, still pretty good trade, I think. You're gonna kill 2 cores for your Juggernaut, and no one is actually, you know, getting anything done, Roshan or towers. So, let's see what Gaben thinks about all of this. Oh, once again, you know, SG, they start strong, but we do see a dip back towards Motoka. This time, though, I am not as afraid for SG as I was in the first game. There's way less push on the side of Motoka. It's way harder for them to sneak Roche. So overall, SG, they have all the tools to win this game. It's all about taking the fights correctly, building the right items. And, you know, for now, there's not much, you know, I can complain about either team. They are both playing pretty well, using the map effectively. This Wyvern is giga farmed, already has the Blink Dagger going, use Scepter next. Level 15, actually. Let's check the other. Look at this. Level 11 on the Oracle, and the Phoenix is probably higher because of the Midas, but still, you have the same farm as a Midas Phoenix by just spamming the wave. No, that's the power of the Wyvern, though. You can keep on Splinter Blessing waves from pretty far away. It allows you to buy a lot of items. Pretty similar to Kodo. Looks like they are collapsing here in this top lane. The Puck trying to disengage, doesn't have a TP for 54 seconds, so if they get lucky, they... Oh my god, look at that blind Torrent, finds Murdoch, but he doesn't get the X off. It looks like the... Okay, the blink out. The Icarus Dive is not going to find this kill, and Murdoch just creating a ton of space. They're going to TP their Batrider with the Firefly. They might get vision, and he knows he's going to run towards this right side of the map. Sexy Fat, though, doesn't have Firefly for 5 seconds. Can they get that Fortune's End combination with the blink? There you go. You're going to find Murdoch finally. He does get the orb with the phase shift out. He's just moving the entire SG draft. Scepter holding the Juggernaut in place. What is going on? Puck, are you a god? Can they finally get this? The silence onto everyone. They commit the last of it. Jesus, Murdoch, you are a god. At the same time, in this lane, it looks like they're gonna get a Winter's Curse onto Mini. He pops his BKB. Can he TP out? He might be able to, but he's actually not going for this. He's just going to commit the boat onto the Wyvern with the Code Embrace. She might be able to stay alive. Sunray onto her. Where is the damage? Sorry. They will lose the Wyvern. Okay, so actually pretty good for SG. You know, it looked amazing for the Puck, but he does fall, and overall, did they take this tower right now? I wonder if... Yeah, it looks like that allowed Arms to get the tier 2 tower, which is a little problematic. Golem, though, finally joins the Roshan pit, and this is something SG never had the chance to do in the first game. Golem now pretty strong. He has that Mjolnir as well as the Basher. Could take this pretty fast, but where's the follow-up? They need a little bit more, and it looks like they're not going for this. In fact, they're gonna go back. Wait, what? They're gonna... Okay, he cancels the TP. Interesting. Alright. Rotation here from Motoka. They will get the arrow. Now they understand that they did try to Roche, but ended up giving up on it. Mini with his level 18. Actually going Radiance. I really like this. I think this is the best item he could have gone for. Usually you see Kankas going for the Radiance first, but he was a little safer there. Got the BKB. And that Radiance is going to reduce a lot of the damage that comes from the Terrorblade. Will cancel the blinks on the side of Motoka. I think that, this is just the best item he could have gone for. Kanka super tanky. Pretty much only died twice, which means he's gonna be up for a long time. Oh, where's the blink? Oh no, they don't get it. Rana is able to blink out, but they do get a stack here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Okay. These Terrorblade illusions, though, keep on pushing. Motoka with that slightly better push. Slowly but surely getting more and more map control. Finally, they're gonna join the Roshan pit, but I'm not sure if this is a smart... I mean, they are seeing the Puck bottom, so I think that's why they join the Roshan pit. They feel like if the Puck is not there to scout Roshan with the orbs, they're gonna be okay. Nice. Lasso finds a Wyvern, but oh my god, do they have the control before that Winter's Curse? The Code Embraces here, the bolt plus the Blade Fury is more than enough damage, but now this is going to be a buyback on the Wyvern. He has that trying to TP to Coil, getting committed, but it looks like SG will be able to disengage. They regroup, everyone is here. The orb gives vision. Roshan at about 30% HP. Torrent's gonna get committed and finds 2 heroes. SG, they know exactly where Motoka is, and the Moonlight Shadow is about to wear off. They are now in a great spot. They're gonna lay down a sentry, and the vision from that illusion allowing Motoka to now get back a little bit, shrine up, and they are ready to fight once again, but without Coil, without Moonlight Shadow, without Soulbind. The only spells that they have are the Winter's Curse and the Thunder Firefly once again being committed. Do they have lasso? No, 35 seconds. Sexy Fight is just trying to scout things out. The puck does have that coil. Can he actually get the orb? They're gonna bash the puck. Can they find his Aegis? No, arm snatches the Aegis, and this is looking so good for Motoka. The Winter's Curse holding the Kunkka in place. Can they find this kill with the Omni Slash? The Thunder turns it around. Arms, you are a god, another Thunder. Can they actually find a kill onto him? Even if they do, this is still the Aegis. They will find that Aegis. They'll buy back onto the Grimstroke, and the Blade Fury doing a lot of damage. They are chasing this Grimstroke in SG. They will find this kill. They're gonna get a reflection onto everyone as Arms tries to disengage, but he doesn't have a lot to work with here. He doesn't have that Manta. He doesn't have that BKB. The Thunder is on cooldown, and the Torn claims that kill. SG, they lose the Aegis, but they find 5. Actually, more than 5 because all of those buybacks. Jesus. So after a brave fight, it looks like they are now able to push the mid tower. Going for the butterfly. Alright. Golem. Oh, that's a weird Radiant scan. It's right on top of Golem. Oh, maybe they tried to glyph and they scan? I think that's exactly what happened. Oh, or maybe not. I mean, whatever. Orb's gonna get committed. Murdoch just clears up the wave, which probably dissuades SG from pushing. After all, they did waste a lot of cooldowns here. No Egg, no Omni Slash for a pretty decent amount of time. They might be able to find this tier 2 tower. There is no heroes from Motoka here, and they do have a pretty big creep wave. Glyph finally gets committed, and it looks like Ryer trying to find a good angle here. The arrow looking for someone, but they're not gonna find anything. Now the Blade Fury gets committed. Golem trying to disengage, doesn't have that meta, so he needs to be careful because, alright, the Winter's Curse onto our boy Sexy Fat. Do they have enough damage? No, they do. They will get the Sunray though, but the Juggernaut is dead as well as Sexy Fat. And now Ma will TP out. The arrow does not connect on to Lucy. Can he TP out? Do they have a way to kill him? Yes, they do. Double kill for doing now once again. Still, 7,000 golded for SG. It's probably going to dip down since they're probably going to get this tier 2 tower, and 3 heroes on the side of SG are not farming. Let's check the win probability. Did dip down to SG, now dipping back again. Overall, a pretty 50-50 game. Let's see who is going to be the better team. Arms now level 20 gets that reflection cooldown. And now he's going to actually be able to reflect that Radiance. Alright, there you go. They're going to lift our Kunkka here. Oh no, the arrow connects perfectly. He's not going to be able to live. He does have a lot of the damage mitigation coming from this bolt, but it's not enough. He's going to perish perfectly. Scepter into arrow combo from them. The Egg though finds 1 Grimstroke, but this is nearly not enough as they will need. And now the good advantage suddenly is a measly 4k. Oh boy. There's only Russians in my chat. I'm a little afraid, but hopefully you're all saying nice things. Hello, Russians. I come in peace. I am but a caster. Murdoch does need about 800 gold for that Aghanim Scepter. Now he's gonna be able to lock those BKB heroes on the side of SG, mainly the Kunkka. Do they have another BKB here? I mean, it does stun the Juggernaut through the Blade Fury, which in a way is a BKB, so that's going to be pretty nice. So yeah, let's check everyone's items, since it looks like the game is a little calmer now. Blink Dagger onto the Grimstroke. It looks like this Blink Dagger Grimstroke is being more and more popular to get that Soul Bind silence more easily. The Mirana with BKB onto her. Level 18, and looks like a pause from the Batrider. The Terrorblade does get the Butterfly now. No MKB in sight for the Juggernaut. Looks like he is going for a Butterfly as well. The Puck, we already talked about him, and the Wyvern with the Force Staff, Aetherlance, and Blink. Batrider with the Gem, going Boots of Travel. Oracle with the Aetherlance. Yeah. It's just the entire Butterfly that he already acquired. Yeah, there you go. But this means he has no buyback, so that's a little worrying. The Kunkka with the BKB Radiance, Assault Cuirass on the way. And the Phoenix, actually super giga farm. Heaven's Halberd as well as Shiva's Guard, level 22, did get the Supernova stun duration. So this Phoenix will become a problem eventually. They do not have, I mean, they have the Murana, which is a decent counter to that hero, and the Terrorblade that also has a lot of attack speed, but with a Heaven's Halberd, you're already removing one of those heroes, and you know, even with the Manta or BKB on Ryer, he's not going to be able to take that off, and they don't have a lot of status resistance. They actually have 0 status resistance on both the Murana and the Terrorblade, both heroes that can actually take it out, and now they're going to just walk with a double damage arms, but this double damage is actually almost wearing off. I think it's not going to be that impactful, because the fight's probably going to take a little longer to start. Moonlight Shadow gets committed. SG, they do have a high ground advantage, at least for now. Batrider, though, oh, he actually blinks out of that Soulbind. Very good play. It's going to connect. Actually, doesn't connect onto anyone. Finally, onto Golem. Winter's Curse holding the Phoenix in place. Oracle, can you actually get that false promise off? He's trying to disengage. Okay, he will get that damage mitigation. Both flies off. Coil actually holding Mini in place, but he needs to be careful. That is an Aghanim Scepter. Coil, nice. Oh my god. The Omnislash onto the Moran. This is going to be a pretty good kill. Lucy does survive with that false promise, and now they find this Wyvern. It looks like our boy Dunyan will be taking out double kill for a Golem. Very nice play, but the puck quickly clears up the wave so that SG doesn't have any means of, you know, making use of those skills. Look at the lanes here. This lane, Giga pushed. This lane as well. The Terrorblade Illusion will push it even more. And even this lane is not, you know, that much far forward, and Arms is already here. So, very good lane control from Matoka. And the fact that, you know, the fact that they fought out very far away from their base means that SG will not be able to do much here. Roshan is not up. Overall, they're going to farm a little bit more. They're going to get more control, but this doesn't really change the status quo of the game. Oh, look at that puck. Always being super pesky with the lane. Alright. Kanka's items. Kanka has that BKB Radiance going for the Assault Caress. Oh, the Torrent actually revealing Arms, and they have a little Batrider here, maybe looking for him. Now they finally get Vision, the Reflection holding them in place. Axe onto Arms. He's still holding on to that BKB. Finally goes for it, will dodge the Axe. Sexy Feta looking for that Blink Lasso. Can he find it? There you go. But Sunder is available. I'm not sure this is going to be that easy. The Radiance is here with the Flame Break, still chasing Arms, holding on to that Manta. Has also 20 Magic 1 charges. Finally, they go for that Sunder. Where is Lucy? He's going to show up here with the Fortunes, and no heroes from Matoka inside. Finally, you do show up with the Wyvern, and thankfully the BKB on Kanka was turned on, so he doesn't actually attack Batrider. And now the Soulbite onto 2. The Silence is there as well, but they will get a false promise trying to buy time for the Kanka. He's still trying to disengage. Where is that egg from the Phoenix? It's on cooldown, 8 seconds. The still holding on to the Icarus Dive, finally goes for it. And now this Phoenix, it's going to be on to you to win this fight. Nice Golden Embrace onto the Terrorblade. Somehow the Phoenix commits the egg, but they already lost the Kanka. Terrorblade will fall. Lucy still trying to look for the Murana. Can they get this Murana? No blink on the Juggernaut, but with the Sunray and the Bash, this is going to be another double kill for Golem. He is playing the game of his life here. 7-2 and 7. Sexy Fat with the Shrine usage in the bottom lane. The puck is already split pushing bottom. And this Phoenix, dude, this Phoenix is starting to get very, very worrisome. Look at the items here. Already has 4,000 gold. Could buy anything that she wants. It's probably a side of Vice, but there are other options as well. I wonder if she's considering a Lotus Orb to deal with that Terrorblade. Do they have any Lotus Orbs on the side of SG? I don't think so. So that could be a good option, since the Batrider is going for travels, and, you know, the Batrider is a hero that could go for that item. This is going to be the last tier 2 tower standing on the side of Matoka and SG. They take a pretty commanding lead here, 5,000 gold. Manta now completed on to Golden, so he's going to be able to take that silence off. And in terms of win probability, it is once again spiking back to SG. Puck pretty much only split push the entire game. He's 3-5 and 7, but I think he did a lot, you know. The fact that he keeps on delaying this game allows the Terrorblade to slowly grow and grow, and even though Juggernaut is pretty farmed, I do think that the Terrorblade has a slight matchup advantage versus the Juggernaut, because Juggernaut is not a bursty hero. You know, Omnislash actually used to be more burstable, and now it's a little less. You do, like, it does KOing damage because now your items matter, but at the same time, it just gives a lot of time for the Terrorblade to get that Sunder. Not only they have Moonlight Shadow, they have Cold Embrace, they have a lot of stuff to disengage or buy time so that the Sunder actually comes off. So, while, you know, I'm pretty hyped for SG, I still fear about this Arms Terrorblade. Smoke's gonna be committed on the side of SG, no vision from Matoka. Do they have any new power spikes here? Looks like the Phoenix is indeed going for that side of as we were talking about. And there is a little puck that just TP'd bottom. So for now, it looks like that Smoke Ink is not going to yield them much. Matoka, they've just been farming this high ground area right here. And the Jugger will probably reveal himself here. I'm not sure there's any point in, yeah. There you go. He's gonna clear up this wave. Alright. In the top lane, we do see Arms already level 22. Did get that MKB, so now he handles the Juggernaut even better. They do have that damage mitigation though that is undispellable, and also the False Promise, and also the Healing Ward. So whoever gets False Promise will most likely live for the fight. Just commits a little coil right here in Arms, now level 23. So do you get the Thunder cooldown here, or do you get the Metamorphosis attack range? I think it could be very effective versus the Egg, but you know, keeping the Terrorblade alive is also nice because he is the only hero that they have that is like over 15,000 net worth right now. He is their only hope in a way. That's usually how Terrorblade drafts go. Golem, level 24.5. Abyssal Blade is going to be his next item of choice. There's double damage here and a Roshan that just respawned. So whoever finds this might actually have a free Roshan. I wonder if Sexy Fat will be able to scout this. Oh, Winter's Curse, buying time. They will hold the Batrider in place. There is a Golem to maybe assist the Batrider, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it. The Force Staff from him is not enough. No False Promise. The Oracle was actually pretty close. Not close enough. And now they're going to find a double damage. They ping it out. Double ping. And this could be the Roshan for them. Or maybe not. They want to fight. And now the coil onto the Phoenix. The coil will expire eventually. Torrent will not land on the puck. Nice phase shift. They are doing a lot of damage to this Kunkka here. False Promise. By the time the bolt comes off, but it doesn't do that much damage. Omni Slash from the Juggernaut. Arms is very tanky. That BKB is there. Cold Embrace holding him in place. Where is the damage though? Torrent with that Blade Fury Manta from Arms. Where is the Sunder? He's going to disengage for now. Sunray doing a lot of damage to him. SG, they did lose one hero. Buyback onto that Mirana. The air is not going to connect, and it looks like for now the game stops a little bit. But Metamorphosis was committed. Can SG Roche? Oh, there you go. They know that the Metamorphosis was spent. They might be able to just Roche. There you go. The Dire Scan gets committed. If they can join the Roshan Pit right now and take it without the Metamorphosis, without the Winter's Curse, without the Coil, without the Moonlight Shadow, there is absolutely no ults on the side of Matoka. It's all about whoever can take this. This is a good window, but everyone on their side is alive, and the lanes are not looking that good for SG. They can go for this, but this might be also dangerous. Golem joins the Roshan Pit. They already placed a Radiant Ward to get control over this area, and it's only Golem trying to solo kill Roche. He is rather tanky. Oh, I heard something here. Looks like they're gonna get him Winter's Curse onto Batrider. Oh no! If he dies back here, Sexy Fat. Oh my god, he's dead for 110. If he was around the Roshan Pit protecting this would be free. And now they don't have the Batrider, the best hero on the side of SG to contest Roshan. Oh no. I'm not sure if Matoka can get this in time, but Metamorphosis is going to be up before the Batrider is up, so as long as they control this area, they will have the upper hand in taking Roshan eventually. This is looking a little grim right now. They had everything that they needed. The Torrent is going to clip Arms, but the Moonlight Shadow does protect him. They have a center here, giving vision. Kunkka, they will get that Radiance, taking everyone on the side of SG down. And now Arms keeps on moving forward here, maybe trying to see... Oh, what? They're gonna lose their Oracle as well. This is not looking good. 2 heroes dead on the side of SG. No buyback. How are they going to take this fight? They're gonna get the X with... Okay, Cold Embrace and the BKB being used at the same time. This is actually not good on the side of Matoka, but they still have that Thunder if necessary. Arms, full HP. They're trying to engage this. Nice Sunray holding the Kunkka in place. Golem, where is your... Oh no, they're gonna get the silence right there. He does commit the Blade Fury, but they're gonna lose one hero. It's a Grimstroke. Can they take this egg? This egg is very hard to bring down, and he will proc, and he will stun the Mirana, and this is a dieback onto Ryder. He doesn't have buyback as well. They're gonna get the Omni Slash. They find another kill. Unstoppable streak. Nice Thunder, but he's in enough. The Golden Shower just chasing Arms, and they will force step him with the Grimstroke. But at the end of the day, no one takes Aegis, and now it's Motoka without them running for 90 seconds. It looks like they did not commit Metamorphosis though, so the Terrorblade is ready to fight if necessary. They're going to commit that Blade Fury. The silence is not going to come through for Steph. Nice Winter's Curse holding the Juggernaut in place. Another buyback. It's going to be the Kunkka. Can they actually take this fight? The Fire Spirit slowing the attack speed. The Wicker's Dive is here. Where is the damage mitigation Manta from Golden? He will be able to survive. The bolt actually connects onto many heroes, but the coil actually holding him in place. Where is the healing ward? He will be... No, he gets stunned by the coil, but it looks like there's no damage for now. The Oracle will respawn. Can they find this Oracle? Yes, they can. Double kill for Mini. 3 heroes dead on the side of Motoka. And this might be just what they needed. Oh, no, actually, no vision for the X. Now they do. Can they get a good torrent back? They will. And now the blink from Sexy Fat as well as the Lasso with the Flame Break committed. This is a rather tanky Wyvern here. 2000 HP with a Side of Ice as well. The Code Embrace just buying time for stack charges. Can they get the skill? They will. Now that's a buyback from the Terrorblade. But this Terrorblade doesn't have an Amorphous. I'm not even sure. Okay, so he's just going to buyback to get the bounties and mess with the creep waves here. They don't want to give good creep waves on the side of SG, and because of that buyback and because of the fact that he does show Disillusion's bottom, SG knows 100% this is the erosion for the take, and suddenly this is a 9,000 gold for SG, and this might be a free erosion. I mean, not free. This fight actually took like 5 minutes, but they're gonna get it. It's going to be Aegis, Ultra Juggernaut, as well as a Cheese on the side of Kunkka. Let's check the buybacks here, because this might actually play a big role in the next upcoming fights. Juggernaut has his. No buyback on the Terrorblade. On the side of Motoka, the heroes that have buyback are only the Puck and the Oracle. Looks like they do get a Side of Ice onto this Puck. He has... he's trying to disengage here. The Orb will be committed. Can he lift TP from the Batrider? Murdoch very low HP. Oh, the Blink is not on point. Murdoch does have that phase shift. The Blink out. The Flame Break was not fast enough with that coil. Can he juke? No, he keeps on moving forward and the Puck might just die. No, coil onto the Batrider now. He has to respect that hero. Middle lane though, they keep on pushing. They have the Kunkka as well as the Juggernaut. 40 seconds without the Wyvern, but this is no time to push. Alright. So let's check everyone. Look at this Phoenix here. Side of Ice, Shiva's Guard, Heaven's Halberd, Hand of Midas. He also gets the Supernova hit count. So this Phoenix is pretty much unkillable right now. There's so much attack speed reduction. The only thing that they are lacking here is a Solar Crest. I'm not even sure what you would build at this point. The Kunkka did get that Assault Cuirass, so they have a lot of physical damage. Also, level 25, and he gets that Tidebringer Cleave. Now that Cleave is affected by armor, that Minos armor actually is pretty good. Juggernaut with the Abyssal Blade ready. Still has a decent amount of gold. Smoke Ink on the side of SG, and the Puck did buy a Side of Ice. Oracle just has this Aether Lens and the Limerick Cape. They're gonna smoke. Once again, they're not gonna find anyone. Overall, if I had to critique SG, I think their smoke game has been, they smoked a fair bit of time, but they really struggle to find smoke inks. Whereas I think Motoka, they did go for a lot of good ones. Batrider with the Travel, Drums, Blink Dagger, Gem, Force Staff. Okay, Batrider finds a bounty rune right here. Wyvern with that Side of Ice that we already talked about, level 22, so still doesn't have that level 25 talent. Puck with the Side of Ice as well, so a lot of Side of Ice overall, right? You have 1 and 2, and you have that Grimstroke, so that's quadruple Side of Ice whenever the Soulbind is up. The Terrorblade gets the, pretty much has Skadi. He doesn't have buyback, so I think you just commit for the item. The Morana, a little underfarmed, unfortunately, only has that BKB Manta. Had to buy back as well. Could buy the Maelstrom, but actually saving some gold. Gold now showing bottom. And the Grimstroke is also going for a Side of Ice, but needs a decent amount of gold. I heard an axe. Okay, it looks like Kunkka is going back. Oh, there you go. That's a Winter's Curse. But with that Sun Ray, it looks like everyone's going to be up. The arrow does connect onto the Juggernaut. But yeah, with the Fate's Edict, they're not going to do any magic damage thanks to the Oracle. And because of the split push, it looks like Motoka will bring SG back. Oh, I really like this with the axe. It looks like they can actually address this lane without... but the catapults are still here, and the Puck is tanking the tower hits, and Arms is also top. This is such a good play from Motoka and SG. Can he actually cancel TPs on the side? No, they're not going to cancel any TPs. But Motoka, even though there's Aegis on the side of SG, they get the tower, outmaneuvering SG around the map. What a great play by them. Oh, man. even though they're 9,000 gold behind. Ages and cheese on the side of SG because of that Terror Blade and the split push that comes from the puck here. Oh, okay, they do get a side of ice onto the Conquer. Nice reflection there. BKB, both mini. Can you disengage? You whip up the BKB onto arms. The stun duration, it's not gonna matter. They have a cheese onto the Conquer. Nice Phantom Embrace, slowing him down. Oh, nice side of ice. Only onto the Conquer though. Can they actually save him? He's too low. The cheese gets wasted. No buyback onto the Conquer. Sexy Fat. You have to disengage because you also don't have buyback, but only for 30 seconds. Omnislash onto the Marana Lasso. Make sure that they find that kill. A little overeager with the egg, but the Marana is dead. They're actually going to buy back the Marana. Maybe trying to fight knowing that they actually spend a decent amount of cooldowns, that they don't have a Kunkka. They have to get the hell out there right now, SG. Alright. They do have Metamorphosis. Nah, it's about to be over. I don't think they can actually push. This might be suicidal if they actually try and push right now. Let's see if this buyback's gonna matter or not. I think this buyback was... Yeah, I don't rate this buyback as good. I think this was overeager. They are controlling the lanes though, and this also means that, you know, SGD have Aegis and everyone's inside the base. So, yeah, maybe this buyback is a little wasted, but the Marana is not even a core anymore. I think at this point, the Marana is pretty much a Moonlight Shadow. She completed... Like, her item progression is dead. The heroes that do matter are the supports as well as that Puck Terror Blade. They do force SG inside their base, and you know that 10,000 gold, it is now only 5,000. The win probability is actually now bouncing pretty much back to 50%. Oh man, this game is so tense. And you know, if SG can win this, we go to a game 3. If they lose, they are fighting their hearts out here, but they need to be careful. Do you really want to leave the base like this when you don't have your Kunkka? Be careful, SG. Be careful. This is your chance. This is your chance to take this to a game 3, to get another draft, to actually qualify to those close qualifiers. Alright, MKB now done. Well, I did say that the item progression was dead, but suddenly Marana has an MKB, so shame on me. Net worth, let's go back. Let me sip some energy drinks right here. Show buybacks. Dude, buybacks were shown a minute ago, but sure. There you go. Only the Puck and the Batrider and the Oracle have one. 20 seconds for the Winter Wyvern, and the Kunkka also pretty close from having his. Also the Oracle. So overall, the big buybacks here are pretty much only the Marana. Everyone else is resetting their buybacks. The Phoenix, though, did spend a lot of gold. I wonder which item she bought. Oh, that's a refresher. Ooh, okay. Well, that's a refresher, but no buyback, so... Gotta be careful. I wonder if she considers an Aghanim Scepter this game. The Aghanim Scepter... No, it's always a bet. If they can kill your Ag, then they get 2 kills. If no, you're gonna reset anyone's HP. You're gonna do a lot of damage. And you also get that extra hit count. Because, and then that would be 17 attacks to destroy the egg. Jesus. Alright. So overall, pretty quiet game after so much fighting. 50 minutes in. Looks like Roshan about to respawn in a minute. And once again, Motoka just taking control. They get every single bounty every time, dude. Motoka, like, they are definitely better than SG in taking bounties. Like, if I have to count, I would say they took like 80% of every bounty this game. So I would like a clap for that. But SG, they still are up this game. They have this huge Juggernaut. They have this huge Phoenix. So in a way, it's all about how well they're gonna play, how well the fights will go, if anyone gets picked off or not. They have to play as a team. And if they can do that, I think their team fight is a little stronger. You know, once the Supernova gets laid out, there's absolutely no counterplay besides disengaging. So it's all about when that Phoenix uses the egg. I think you don't want to initiate with the egg, or at best you want to bait the egg so that the refresher eventually gets them. But that might be hard. You know, if you don't have a lot of heroes distracting, I think they can still take that egg out even with the Shiva's Guard. Alright. Is Kunkka going for a Rapier? Or no, he's not. Looks like he is pretty much 6 slotted though, so if he wants to go Rapier, he's gonna have to sell that armlet. Nice lasso here with the Lotus Orb. Can they actually... Oh, nice Abyssal Blade on the Wyvern. Monster kill for gold. Pretty clean kill on the side of SG. Sorry, middle lane. Looks like Ryder did get a level 25. Learns that Eternal Moonlight Shadow. Oh, they're gonna find. Oh, not again. Sexy Fat is gonna get Side of Vice. Nice false promise. Buying time. They will be able to disengage with Batrider. They clean up that Terrorblade illusion, and the Batrider will be full HP again. But you know, that's a false promise for a Side of Vice usage, and they do have that Eternal Moonlight Shadow. Where are the heroes? Okay, so the Mirana finds an illusion rune, but okay, BKB being pulled, but the Abyssal Blade is there, locking the Mirana in. Can she leap away? Oh no, that is a Mirana with no buyback for you know how long? Well, that's a pretty decent duration. That's 3 minutes, but at the same time they actually lose the Kanka bottom. That's a rotation from Otoka, so they are always, you know, when SG is going for a play, they're also going for a play, and who can actually force the other back faster? The creep wave is a little faster on the side of SG, but this Terrorblade deals a lot of damage, so I wonder what is going to happen here. What is the duration of the Terrorblade metamorphosis? It's still pretty decent. He has a Moon Shard. Golem, though, trying to get this tower. They will take the Healing Ward out, and Murdoch just waiting for that Lotus Orb to wear off to get a Side of Eyes onto him. TP, what? He's gonna cancel the TP. Oh, this is weird. This is not gonna look good. Arm is actually taking the range barracks right now, and there is no TP onto Golem. This game is out of control. They're gonna get a Soul Bind only onto him, and 4 heroes from SG here trying to get this barracks. Nice Lotus Orb. We reflect the Lotus Orb from the Wyvern 4-step. Where is the Side of Vice? It looks like they're gonna be able to get it on the Batrider. Cold Embrace onto the Grimstroke. Can they find this kill with that Golden Shower? They do. The Purifying Flames finds that kill buyback onto that Grimstroke, but at the same time, melee barracks were already taken out, and the Kanka did die back, so this Terrorblade is out of control. They will be forced to disengage, and they'll even find barracks. Oh my god, they're gonna get the egg here, and if they try and fight into this is not gonna be good, but they're gonna find a Lasso here onto the Wyvern, buyback onto the Puck. The Mirana did die back. Double buybacks right there. Oh, they're gonna, oh my god, they're TPing there. They want to end the game. The Puck shows up. Can they come back? No, the Oracle is by himself. They're gonna get the Silas onto him with the reflection as well. They are trying to go for tier 4s, but Arm is actually giving up now. Nice Side of Eyes onto him. Can they get this kill? Golem somehow is able to TP back. It looks like he used the TP, but he had the boost of travel as well with the Omni Slash. They find that kill, and that is a beyond godlike streak for Golem, but still, melee barracks acquired on the side of SG, and they were not able to get this. They barely got a range barracks, and they do have buyback onto the Terrorblade. He doesn't have Metamorphosis, and he actually bought a Desolator, which means he cannot buy a Refresher if SG forces this. So this could be a good timing, but Roshan is up, so which one will SG choose, or do they even know about Roshan? I don't know. Moonlight Shadow is going to be committed. It looks like they're going to get a good call onto Sexy Fat. He has a Lotus Orb TP onto him. That's actually the Juggernaut, but with the Winter's Curse, he's going to kill Sexy Fat, or maybe not. They are trying to protect him. The False Promise buying time. Where is the Golden Shower? This is going to be a lot of regen onto Batrider. The Winter's Curse was already committed, but there is a Side of Ice. Sexy Fat looking for the Blink, but the Wyvern also has one, and they will disengage. At the same time, it looks like SG, they completely lost focus. If they keep on distracting SG like this, the buyback onto the Terrorblade is not going to be committed. They will find one last onto the Wyvern. That is a 2-minute dead Wyvern. And where are the creep waves? The Mirana already handling the creep waves. They need to either push or go Roshan. They have to choose right now, but the creep wave is not cooperating. Look at this. Look where the creep wave is. The Puck is already ready to take this out. Oh no, I don't think this is the right play. They do have 3 heroes dead on the side. Okay, they're already TPing back. They want to protect this creep wave. Man, they're just being outmaneuvered so hard by Matoka. Ooh, the way they are playing the map is insane, and SG, they're just like chasing. It looks like they're a hamster just chasing food, but they can never get it. It looks like finally they have this catapult wave here. They are not going for Roshan, but the Terrorblade is going to be up in 20. What about the Metamorphosis? Is up, so he can fight, and he will buy back if he dies as well. They do have Sexy Fat in position looking for a lasso. He has no vision. The Mirana is actually in the base, and the Puck is just split pushing. Alright, they will finally get one lane of price. Oh, they're going tier 4s. They know that there's no buyback on the Wyvern. Now, this is a bold play, and this is how we win games. Puck will be forced to come back. Let's see how Motoka will handle this. They have Refresher. No, they don't have Refresher, so it's only one egg. They're gonna get a Side of Ice onto the Puck. X with the bolt. Nice Omni Slash. This is a dead Puck for 2 minutes. Nice bolt. Actually hits onto Arms. Do they have the damage? That's the Abyssal Blade. The egg is going to take him down. There you go. But now, there is buyback onto the Terrorblade. But guess what? He committed his Metamorphosis. There is no Refresher. It looks like SG, after about an hour of game, will be able to take this game. Very well played. They fought with sweat and tears. They gave their hearts out, and we are going to a game 3. Guys, I'm your caster Bowie. I really appreciate you all being here. If this is your first time watching the stream, consider following me. I'm trying to become a caster and any help is appreciated, but if you didn't like, it's fine. If you are Russian, thank you for being here. There's a lot of Russians. And I'll be back in no time because we will have a game 3 to decide who is going for the real finals of this open qualifiers. Thank you very much for being here. Enjoy the music because it's not going to last long. We're going to have more Dota.
It's puzzling. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before.
Make me feel so unreal that nothing matters. I've been sealed to my feelings. I can't change now, and I don't know how, babe, you feel. Baby, I'm here, and I'll always be around if you're down. I hope I can be everything you need, 'cause you're the only one that I see. troubles just don't matter. They don't matter. They don't matter. Do you wish I was there? Do you wish I was there with you over all the pain and discover?
Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It was a hard fight. It was a very hard fight, but SG, they made it to a game 3. And you know what that means? This means a lot of tension here on both sides. Whoever wins this will be playing for the last game or last series to qualify for the closed qualifiers. And you know, that might sound very little, but it's actually not, because the qualifiers, they only have 4 teams, if I'm not mistaken.
10 seconds.
Which means they have a 25% chance of winning. That's how it works, right? Anyways, I'm your caster boy. Thank you very much for being here. It's already a little late here in Brazil, and we're gonna have another series. This might take a while, but we're gonna have a lot of good Dota too, and it's Friday, right? Let's just enjoy ourselves and make sure that you know, we play some, we watch some good Dota. SG, they're gonna remove that Earth Spirit. I think the hero was never allowed to go through the first phase. Definitely one of the strongest heroes, one of the strong supports in this patch. Elder Titan also another one. So both teams taking those heroes out. And also, it looks like we're not gonna have any Magnuses. It looks like SG wants a clean fight, clean game. And yeah, let's just wait and see what happens here. I'm gonna take the waiting for thing in the screen. I apologize. And there you go. Who do you think will win? How was game 2? Well, game 2 was a freaking nightmare of SG trying to win the game, and a lot of split push coming from Motoka. They almost actually went straight up tier 4 during the game on side of Motoka. Then they were punished by it. Then SG tried to punish that, got punished by it, but there was a Phoenix with Refresher, and there was not much that they could do against it. And unfortunately, the Terrorblade bought a Desolator when he tried to rat. Couldn't actually rat. Didn't have enough money for Refresher. When he died back, he already committed Metamorphosis, couldn't fight. So that was pretty much the story of that game. Well, there you go. Tiny is the first pick from the raid, and they actually take the Phoenix out, huh? So they were quite impressed by that Phoenix performance. They're gonna take that out. And now SG, they can pick 2 heroes. They were favoring a lot of the they were favoring Juggernaut a lot. They were actually picking that hero
10 seconds remaining.
you know, as a in the first phase very often. I wonder if that's going to be the case. They went for Lich. I think it was Lich Jugger once, and then it was Oracle Jug. Yeah, they're gonna get the Jug first, and I think they're gonna follow up with a support. It was Grimstroke in the first game. I wonder if they're gonna try and go for the same thing, or if they're gonna try and switch things up. This Tiny, whether it's a support or a core, it's actually a pretty good hero here. I think that Avalanche Toss really punishes Juggernaut, because he's a hero that usually... Oh, alright, so that is the OD that they played in the first game. Ryer had an amazing game of it. This is not the same draft though, because it was not OD Tiny. I don't remember exactly what was the first pick, but it was not the Tiny. And yeah, we're back. They're gonna take the Terrorblade out. And already this is a different game from that one game, because OD is usually a hero that struggles a lot with push, and Motoka, they made sure that they had a lot of push to make up for that. And they had a Shadow Shaman, Terrorblade. Was it Terrorblade? What was their carry actually? All I know is that they had at least 3 pushing heroes. And SG, they just couldn't trade well, and they couldn't... Oh, they had a Troll. Yeah, that's where the push was coming from. So this time, I'm not sure if they're gonna take the Troll out, so they could still go back for that hero. They do remove the Doom. That double Doom is super good, and the Pugna is also very strong versus the OD, and that is the beauty of getting that 4th pick OD. And by 4th, I mean it was Tiny, then Jug, Grim, OD, because then you can ban all the counters that you don't want to be facing there. That Pugna definitely not only lanes well versus the OD, but it's just a pretty annoying hero for the OD, like the Crepify and Nether Ward. Super useful. And now SG. Do you take the Troll? If you take the Troll, what else is available? I remember that they actually removed Anti-Mage versus them. Oh, they're gonna take the Troll out. So the Anti-Mage is available. I wonder if that's something they have in mind. Oh, if the Darkseer pick here, I think it's very likely that the Anti-Mage might come up. Anti-Mage is already pretty good versus 3 of the heroes that SG has. So I wonder if they have anything in the back of their minds to be able to handle that hero, because, you know, the split push was the name of the last game, and SG, they won, but it was very, very close. So I hope they know that Anti-Mage is available. I just wonder what's their plan here. If they're gonna try and push early, if they're gonna try and shut his lane down. The pick is going to be that Oracle. Very good pick here. You can take the Surge, the Iron Shell, and the Inkswell out with your Fortune's End. There's also False Promise to protect people against the Omni Slash. And your W nullifies all the damage that the Iron Shell is gonna deal, as well as that Phantom Embrace. So overall, very pleased with this Oracle pick. We saw how good Oracle was last game. I wonder if Motoka is going to play it that well, and the Tusk is going to be SG's hero. So Darkseer Tusk, pretty good combo. Gonna get the Iron Shell with the Snowball, the tag team. You can chase people down very easily, and you cannot dispel any of that. And also, the shards really counter heroes like Oracle and OD that usually rely on those defensive spells. Yeah, you can buy some time, but the shards are going to buy more time most of the time, and you will die. And this is the time for the Anti-Mage or not. They were actually last picking the off lane very often. At least when they picked the OD, they were last picking the off lane. So I wonder if they go for the Anti-Mage now, because I think it's not going to come through. I think this is going to be the 5th ban from SG, but you never know. Yep. Hello, Russians. Still got, still have a lot of Russians here. Pretty surprised, actually. I'm not sure. I heard that Russians really like betting, so I wonder. And I mean, I don't mean that as racist. It's just that I think. I'm sorry, I cannot dig myself out of this. It's just that whatever. Hello, Russians. Hope you're enjoying the cast, or if you're not enjoying the cast, at least hope you're not making too much fun of me. What will you pick here? They're probably. I mean, if you're not gonna go for the Anti-Mage, what are the other options here? Heroes that handle. Juggernaut. Well, they're gonna go with the Lifestealer. So let's think about it here. He has one vehicle on the Tiny. It's also a hero that handles Darkseer pretty well. You're not gonna die in lane. You can farm in your tower just fine. You can also pop your Rage to dispel the Phantom Embrace. Overall, it's actually a pretty good Lifestealer game, I'm gonna say. The shards are the only big problem he's going to find, because you never want to go 4-step on the Lifestealer, so I hope they're gonna go for like a 4-step on... DOD will most likely have a 4-step here to save that Lifestealer, but I think you cannot 4-step Magic Immune allies, so that might be a problem for him, you know, in terms of miscommunication and all. You guys are gonna have to be careful. That Tusk will most likely max the shards after tag team. I wouldn't even be surprised to see him like skipping 1 point in tag team at level 7, for instance, to get more duration on the shards, to mess with both the OD and Lifestealer heroes that can, you know, get destroyed by these positioning skills. Anyways, SG, they're not gonna ban Anti-Mage now since the Lifestealer was already picked up, which means they have to ban an offlaner. In the first game, they did run that Slaughter that looked pretty good, and you know, Lifestealer Slaughter is actually a very old school combination, and Slaughter and Lifestealer are pretty hot right now. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think removing the Slaughter might be their best shot here. Not only it gives them more Roche, it gives them a pretty strong lane versus the Darkseer. I think the Slaughter can even solo kill the Darkseer depending on how the lane fares out. Okay, there you go. We're gonna take the Slaughter out. Thank God that Slaughter was so good for Murdoch. He just went for that Midas Echo Saber. He was just right-clicking everyone. Alright, and now it's time for the last ban on the side of the Radiant. What is it going to be? So SG, they need a mid-hero. They've banned Invoker every single game. I wonder if they're gonna go for it again. I think Invoker actually fares nicely versus OD. You are very high intelligence. You have all of those disengaging spells. You have the Ghost Walk against the Lifestealer. The Gigarn is actually it's actually not that good here because they have an Oracle. So with that Oracle, I think they might be wondering whether the Invoker ban is worth or not. Oh, and there you go, they're gonna remove the Razor and they're gonna let the Invoker go through. So can that Oracle dispel those cold snap. I mean, I'm not even sure if Mini, their mid player, actually runs more of a Quaswex Invoker if he likes to play Xort. But the Quaswex Invoker definitely struggles a little bit more versus that Oracle because of the dispels, the heals, the magic immunity, or the magic, I guess, like protection, mitigation, whatever. In terms of offlaners here, they did pick that Mirana, and I think Mirana is actually not that bad here. The Avalanche Toss combo with the arrow is relatively good, but that Tiny could actually be a support as well. So maybe if they think there's a support that makes their draft better, they're gonna go with the Enigma, most likely going to be offlane. Do they have any? So the Water Sponge goes through BKB, but it's melee, so usually pretty hard for the Tusk to actually get that going. But the Snowball, until the Enigma has BKB, it's pretty easy to cancel that Black Hole. And he responds from SG. Ooh, the monkey. All right, so what do I think about this Monkey King here? I think the lane versus the OD can go either way. Now that the OD doesn't get that much, like you cannot spam Arcane Orb as often, the Monkey King can fight well versus the OD. The Astro is annoying, but you can, deal a lot of damage. It's going to be forced by a lot of regen. I'm just, like, it's not that Monkey King is a bad pick. It's just, I don't think it's particularly good versus anything there. Like, it's nice. It can lane. I just don't think it addresses everything that they have. But maybe there was no perfect pick. The Invoker doesn't fare that well versus the Lifestealer. They did take the Razor that SG tried to run versus Duty the first time. So, overall, looks like SG will play Monkey King on Mini, Tusk on Ma, Sexy Fat is going to play a Darkseer, so 3 different heroes on him. Lucy, once again, back at that Grimstroke, and our boy Golem playing the Juggernaut once again. Murdoch will play the Enigma, Arms is going to be playing the Lifestealer, RZS on the Oracle, Ryer is going to play the Outworld Devourer once again, and it was pretty good. And Duyan on the Tiny. I think Duyan was probably the player in this game that kind of impressed me the most. I think, like, how can I say this? Like, when you think of the good supports in South America, I can name a few. There's Hiko, there's Bardo, there's Theo Licor. There's Lucy and Ma. They're not that well known. This new iteration of SG is not that known. And you have Duster, and you have King RD. But Duyan, I think, since I actually didn't knew him that well, I didn't expect him to play that well. I think he was a big part of their victory in Game 1 and, the game taking so long for SG to win. Anyways, we're going to a Game 3, guys. This is the decisive match here to see who is going to take the next team for the decisive matchup for the Open Qualifiers in the South American region. I'm your caster, Bowie.
All right.
Nice to meet you all. Hope you guys are all comfy and happy. And if you're not happy, this game is probably going to help you with that, because I think we're going to have a pretty hype game. We're going to have Black Holes, we're going to have Hammers, we're going to have Wukong commands, all those cool team fight spells. Even Darkseer Wall can be pretty good. Does he have the cosmetic for that cool Darkseer Wall? I think he does. Alright, so we do... Jesus. We do have a pause as always, but we should be, getting back pretty shortly. And, who you guys think is going to win? If you think SG is going to win, type 1. If you think Motolka is going to win, type 2. If you're Russian, say some Russian words, and I'm going to know you're Russian. Show us OD's belly button. Oh, sure. There you go. Huh. Interesting. That is a pretty massive belly button. Okay. That's enough. That's a little too much. That's a little too close. Tiny is probably my favorite. Like, the way Tiny looks. Like, look at this. How can you not love this guy? Oh, we have a sack. Alright, we have some 2s, we have some 3s, we have some Russian words plus 1. So I'm not sure if he actually understood me and he's just playing around, or if he just, tried to say something that I didn't fully understand. Anyways, we should be almost ready to go. Huh. Oh, let's check the rankings, right? So this guy, 295, 236, oh, 60. Arms pretty high up. 177 and uncalibrated. Then we have 239. So the Tusk, so the position for 239. What about this one? Uncalibrated. So SG, they have the advantage. Mini 120. What about the mid player here? 236. So SG has the advantage again. Golem 211 against the 60. So that's a pretty big advantage. I'm gonna count this as 2 points for them. So we are 2-2. And Lucy, Divine 6 against the rank 295. So that is an advantage for Motoka. What about the offlaners? 631 versus 177. So it looks like in terms of MMRs, Motoka is slightly ahead there. Boy looks like an Indian. I think I look like more like a Mexican or a Muslim, but whatever. I guess it depends if I have a beard on. If I have a pretty big beard on, I definitely look like a Muslim. So that's why every time I travel with airplanes, I always make sure to trim my beard quite a bit, so you know I don't get stopped by. You get the idea. MMR is just a number.
It's all falling
Well,
into place.
I guess this game can decide that or not.
I'll be back to finish this later.
Okay. Portuguese speaker here, Motoka means bike. I disagree. Motoka is a freaking motorcycle. What? I mean, come on. Brazilians, can someone tell this guy that Motoka actually means motorcycle? I am pretty sure it is not bike. But anyways. I mean, someone said, wow, he responded, but there's so many Russians speaking that it's hard to actually find anyone saying anything. Top 3 mid-heroes dispatch. Let me think. I want to say Pugna. But no. Husker is definitely there. Husker needs to be there because he almost never shows up, so he's almost always banned. Husker, sure. Then should I say Venomaster? It looks like we have an unpause. No, we don't. I'm just crazy. I'm just hearing voices. Maybe Clinks? I mean, no one even since no one picks Clinks on competitive, I'm not going to put Clinks here, but I think it's actually underrated. I guess Razor, but it's just that not everyone plays Razor. I'm not sure I can respond. I'm not sure I can answer this. I'm not sure there's like top 3 heroes. Like, I'm gonna say Husker. Husker is definitely in the top 3. The other ones, I guess Kanka. I'm gonna say Husker and Kanka and what about Venomancer? I'm gonna say Venomancer just because Sumayo plays the hero. Alright, looks like Oracle gets found here. Our boy Tusk will taunt a little bit, but overall, nothing's gonna happen. Alright.
30 seconds to battle.
We do have a game now. Thank you very much. I'm a Caster Bowie once again. This is a decisive match between SG and the boys from Motoka. That, by the way, means motorcycle. What? What? How is... Oh, my lord. Look at the tips right there. Like, you know... First of all, first blood before the runes, pretty rare. So I was like, I'm gonna open the chat once again to read what they're talking about. Then a Lifestealer actually dying first blood? That is, like... super rare. Well, that doesn't really change the game that much. Let's see what Gaben thinks about it. Looks like he is giving the advantage here first year, but that doesn't mean that much. It is a pretty good first blow nonetheless. In terms of lanes, looks like they're gonna pair the Juggernaut and the Grimstroke together. They laned the Juggernaut bottom for the 2 first games, but now they're gonna go top. Arms already taunting his way back to the tower right here. Did he TP or did he... Oh, he did TP. So if he dies again, then it's a problem, but Lifestealers rarely die, so I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt here and consider that he's not going to fall once again. Astro gets committed. It looks like we have a Tony looking for that snipe, and he has that little tree. So let's see if Dunyao. Oh no, SG, will you give this carrier away? Tiny is not showing. This little Shiba. Oh no, the tree just hits him right in the face, and that is a carrier. So definitely making up for that first blood here. Let's see if the win probability is gonna. Yeah, it usually takes a little while to update. So nice carrier snipe. Although they did get the items here on the Monkey King first. So Mini, they're going to have problems with this for now. But this is 2 minutes without that carrier, so have to be careful. All right. In terms of Lessies and denies here, how are we doing? Looks like there's an Oracle here trying to battle against Sexy Fat and the Tusk. They're taking a lot of creeps. And you know, Oracle is actually here that deals a lot of DPS. He's going to take that Iron Shell out, which means Sexy Fat is not able. Oh, there you go. Now he finally commits the Iron Shell after the Fortune's End, which means 8 seconds of that Iron Shell taking the other creeps down. They're probably gonna... Oh, the deny. Nicely done right there. I think it doesn't even... I'm not sure if it's worth it. Oh, boy! He gets another deny. That's pretty good. Top lane. This is going to be a Tiny plus the Enigma versus the Juggernaut and the Grimstroke. Those babies are actually pretty good versus Juggernaut. You know, the Blade Fury doesn't do that much damage to them because they have a lot of magic resistance. They're pretty low HP. So, you know, Monkey King would lane pretty well versus that hero, but Monkey King has to be laning versus OD here. Ryer already gets himself a self. And overall, looks like SG has 3 heroes in the top 4 CS, so pretty good start for them, especially considering that Juggernaut is against an enemy, so he would have even more CS if he was not denying those range creeps. There you go. Nice boundless strike. They're gonna get a good Astro onto the Monkey King, but he's not gonna miss any CS. Oh, he did miss one, so Caster's Curse. I'm sorry, Mini. Didn't want it to affect your gameplay there. Looks like Arm's gonna show up here. Already 1-1-1, so he will get that rage to deal with the Iron Shell, but he doesn't have any ways of dealing with that shard block. Alright. Yep. Nice Astro right there. Bottom lane. Ma will commit that salve, already using the trees here to make sure that the Oracle doesn't take it out. But there you go, the Oracle a little faster than the Tusk, it looks like. Actually, 1 move speed slower, but that fast cast point allowing him to get the kill. And now they're going to get the Purifying Flames with the Fortunes, and nice use of the Snowball towards the Tomato. TP out. Is it enough? He has Purifying Flames. The clap! He was lifting his hand for the Purifying Flames, but the Oracle does not find that kill. I think he kind of hesitated there. I think he actually had the kill, but was waiting slightly longer. But at the same time, in the middle lane, they do rotate with Dunyao, and the looks like that was a toss-back play, maybe. He didn't have Avalanche Learn. He just got level 3, so nice job. Alright. Looks like Arm's already level 4. Did gave first blood away, but 19-1, 20-1, having a pretty good game. Oh, toss back onto Darkseer. Can they actually stop this surge? They will dispel it with the Fortunes. And this is a kill. They want to leave it to Arms, and he does get that boop. Nice job once again. Dunyao just... he's just milking water out of a rock here with this Tiny. Like, he's getting kills that I didn't think he should be getting, but overall, pretty good play. He does get the Jingu stacks right here. Mini will have a lot of life still. The Blade Fury is here. There is boots on Golem, but he doesn't actually follow up. You know, one thing that a lot of people don't know about is you can Frost Shield Blade Fury Juggernaut, but you cannot Inkswell a Blade Fury Juggernaut. So even though there was Inkswell available, the Grimstroke couldn't actually follow up, unfortunately. Oh, Dunyao. Oh, and there, that's the play. And that's the play. They're gonna TP. Oh, what the hell? Oh, he uses the Mischief to buy time. And Dunyao was a little confused there, but they will get the toss back. Mini trying to disengage. They will find the kill onto the Tiny, but Ryer will survive. Pretty low HP. But those Strength Boots will allow him to get back to full HP in no time. Ryer, where is the Astro? Oh, that cast point a little faster than the Boundless Strike. Ooh, doesn't find him. They will go either way. I don't think they actually get this kill with the tag team ever. No, they're gonna lose the Tusk. Mini will most likely survive, but yeah, the fact that the Boundless Strike did miss really puts a wrench on SG's plans there. Unfortunate. In terms of win probability, once again, it looks like every time SG actually has the Gaben Avail in terms of win probability. Not really sure why he thinks that. Oh, I'm not saying that they shouldn't. Oh, nice balance strike. Can they find this kill? The last right click from Lucy gets the kill, and the Grimstroke will be able to disengage, has tangles, and there you go. He's gonna commit it mini very low HP. He gets the balance strike. He gets the Jingle stacks. Not enough lifesteal though, and at the end of the day, you're gonna lose 2 to find Ryer. So overall, pretty good trade for Matoka either way. Arms doesn't have. Oh, just got in fast. Can't take the catapult out, no problem. So not a lot of pressure being applied to this tower. And now he gets his phase boots, gets the Radiance locked in, and now I wonder which type of boot he's gonna go for. I don't think Radiance is gonna be that good, so maybe he's gonna go for that Armlet Desolator that most. This is usually either the Armlet Radiance, you know, Midas Armlet Radiance or Midas Armlet Deso. Anyways. Looks like our boy Ma will find 2 heroes on the side of Matoka. The tech team gets committed, only level 1 though. And this Oracle quickly runs towards the shrine. Where is the damage? They dispel the Iron Shell, and now the Eva toss might find Sexy Fat. There you go. That's a killing spree for the support Tiny. And I was praising Dunyao, and once again he shows up and reveals that he can play the game called Dota 2. Ma has a TP. Toss is going to be committed. There's a lot of mana on this Tiny here. I'm pretty sure. Oh, there is no Avalanche actually. Yeah, he had to wait, like, as soon as the toss got committed, he had to commit the TP, but even then, it was a pretty risky play. Oh, Avalanche, once again. Nice, whoa, they're gonna commit the hammer here. Mini, where's that Mischief? Just disjoint, there you go. Boundless strike, buying time with the, what a crazy good play by Mini. He actually turns it around, and the TP from Ma, allowing him to survive the toss. Is it enough damage? No, 35, the 3 toss is. Mega kill streak for Dunyao. Jesus Christ. And the Dire Courier also dies. He is 6-2. He participated in pretty much every single kill that Matoka was able to find. And now Lucy fighting the Oracle here. Looks like nothing is really going to happen. Alright. Iron Shell with the Surge. Sexy Fat maybe looking for the next creep wave. He does seize the Oracle top, so there's not going to be an annoying Oracle dispelling his Iron Shell. And there you go. He's ready to take this one out. Top lane. Enigma is back. He's 25-20. That's actually a shit ton of guys. Pretty good play. Murdoch, I think, also playing insanely well on the side of Matoka. Alright, Arcane Boots. Oh, look at this Tiny. He has a 1500 go at 8 minutes. Oh my god, the Fortune's End with the Purifying Flames are going to dispel that heal, but at the same time, nice Avalanche toss from our boy Ma towards the center, allowing him to disengage from that rotation on the side of Matoka. There is a Black Hole on the enemy. Actually, it was committed, but I never saw it being committed. I think it was maybe cancelled pretty fast, so we couldn't actually notice that. Alright. Golem already rotating here. There's a beautiful stack, but they have a lot of magic resistance, so this is not going to be an easy snatch. Can he at least get the potato? Nope. He's going to have to right-click him a little bit. Alright, Sexy Fat already level 7, going for the Helm of the Dominator. In terms of lanes here, Arms 65 and 8, and that's expected, you know. Lifestealer always, pretty much always wins lane, especially when it's not a try versus try. They're gonna get the Avalanche, stopping Ma a little bit. The tech team was committed, but it allows. Oh, nice. Dunyao, you are a god. He gets the Ava, and then to disengage from the tech team, he gets that toss back. Pretty good play. Top lane, it looks like Murdoch is trying to pressure this. Not sure if he's going for that Helm of the Dominator build, if he's going Midas, or if he's going for the... even Vlad's is kind of popular in Enigmas these days. Looks like Sexy Fat's gonna get found right here, whereas the Eva toss does have some heal. The Surge is not going to be dispelled because he already committed a Fortune's End. Sexy Fat, though, still a little in danger, I want to say. Araya is super fast because of the Tranquil Boots, but not fast enough. Midas already down on the Lifestealer. And guess what? There's going to be a Midas on the OD, and the Enigma could even go for a Midas as well. Oh no, this is giving some PTSD from game 1. Suddenly a 3,000 gold lead for Matoka already. Can SG actually punish these greedy items on the side of Matoka? Time will tell. Ma, still level 4, trying to battle DOD for a deny here. I'm not sure if this is worth it. The Astro We'll make sure that there's no deny, but there's also no the Eva. Where's that toss play? Oh. Nice snowball trying to disengage. Where's the shard block? Doesn't block the Tiny. The tip flies out. Ma being run down by, once again, that haste Tiny. And Ryer makes sure to get the kill with the Astro. Alright. 6-1-3. 1900 gold 10 minutes after Arcane Boots. Jesus, this Tiny. This is one of the greatest Tiny performances I've ever seen in my life. Stroke of Fate with the Balance Strike. They're gonna try and get on top of Murdoch. He does have Black Hole, but with the Silence and the Inkswell, I think this is more than enough damage. And it is Lucy that finds that kill, and also that gives him level 6. Soulbind is now available. Let's see how many combos they have with Soulbind here. There's actually not that many. I think there's actually no combos. Yeah. Like, no skills from the Juggernaut, no skills from the Monkey King, no skills from the Tusk. You don't get 2 snowballs, I assume. And, the Dark Seer, can you get double Iron Shell if you actually Iron Shell the Soulbind? It probably does, so I guess that's one combo. You can get double Iron Shell dealing damage to those 2 heroes that are together. That actually might be pretty strong in the early game. That's a decent amount of damage. The problem is he can get dispelled by the Oracle. They're gonna TP a lot of heroes here. Can they toss the Enigma into a black hole? No. Quickly, Mini will commit that 3 downs to disengage. Omnislash doesn't double with Grimstroke, so you are wrong, Mr. Random Person of the chat. Oh, look at that. He's already 1800 gold towards that Radiance. The gold's just flying out of thin air here for the heroes on Motoka. Tiny looking. Oh, he really wants that Boundless. Alright, he keeps on chasing. It looks like now he's gonna be revealed doing now, trying to wrap around. They have that toss, and now there's no Balance Strike. Oh no. That toss into a black hole. You have to be careful about it. There is a double damage. Gets spotted by Ryer. And he already has a Hand of Midas anyways. Looks like they're gonna lose the Grimstroke here. Did he commit black hole? No. It was only an Avatar, it looks like. No middle lane. Ryer trying to approach Golem here. Level weight with the Yasha on the way. Still pretty much going for the same build. The bottom side of the map looks like they are trying to find arms. Does he have rage? He did commit it once. Now they're still fighting open wounds. The Astro will isolate that one hero, and now they try and chase Tex Effect. He still has Surge. He's holding on to it, and with the Avatars, nice Mischief, trying to dodge the damage, but still not enough. They do set up with Ma here, trying to hide into the trees. They're gonna TP another hero. Oh no, another. Okay, the Silence is there, but the Silence was too early. They're gonna get the Avalanche anyways. Nice shard blocks, trying to buy time. Duinel might be in trouble. He's looking for the toss, but it's gonna get stunned, and it looks like they're not gonna find the kill. Can you please stop missing kills? Action, there's a mini-map for a reason. I didn't miss, literally miss 0 kills this game. Or if I miss, I think it was 1. Yeah, whatever. I'm sorry if I missed any kills, alright? I'm not gonna be a jerk about it. Oh, there's also a Midas here. Oh boy. 3 Midas, 3 Cores. Nice Blade Fury out. Looks like the Juggernaut is going to be okay once again.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright. Arms here. Level 12. Already 3000 go towards that Radiance. Ooh, man. I don't know. If they can get these 3 Midas like this, and SG is not punishing these at all, and not going for Midases, I am not sure what they can do. I'm not even like... I really don't know what they can do. Like, if you can just get 3 Midas, SG is not pushing any towers, SG is not going for any greedy items. Like, how are you going to win this game? Like, the matchups are not that good. I talked about the Monkey King. Not necessarily good against anything that they have on the side of Motoka. You have this Darkseer. Not necessarily great against anything. I guess you can... Like, it's actually not that good against anything. And I guess you can get a Lifestealer Radiance Illusion. That's about it. And the Juggernaut, you know, it's a good hero. Golden is playing pretty well the entire series, but I don't know. I am honestly afraid for SG right here. And I also don't know what they can do. Like, when are they going to group up? What is their timing here? They don't really have any Blink Dagger heroes. I guess the Tusk can go on, but he's a poor level 6 Tusk against this freaking massive Tiny that, by the way, already got his Blink Dagger a couple of minutes ago. I am just... I don't know. I am honestly scared, and hopefully we can get a good game here, but for SG... They're going to have to find some great kills, or else they're just going to be out-farmed. There's no way around it. 3 Midases. And not only this is 3 Midases, but the Tiny got a free game anyway, so he can still create space while everyone farms. And he's 7-1-4, so still, there was only 1 kill in this entire game. 14 minutes of action. Dunyan was on top of pretty much every single kill. Like, let's clap for this Tiny. You know, support Tiny, guys. Way better than most people would realize. Oh, you guys want to see that turf? Sorry. You know, the way, usually I actually read a lot of the chat, but the way that my monitor is set up here is not that good for it because, like, the table here in the studio is a little narrow. So it only fits 1 monitor. The only one is in another thing, which is pretty far away. So it is quite awkward for me to turn my head and look at it. But, you know, I apologize, guys, if the viewing experience is not for your liking. I mean, I wasn't even supposed to be casting this. I was actually blessed with a man, a beautiful man that gave me a studio and internet and peripherals? Whatever. So, you can I mean, actually, I'm gonna shout him out on Twitter once again. You guys should follow him on Twitter. He literally saved my life. Alright, the goal gets called and it looks like we are back. SG, can you actually fight right now? You do have this Hound Dominator. I think this is one timing. You can always surge a Centaur and just go and look for fights. And let's see if they can actually do that. Lucy is level 7, so he has that Soulbind, 4-point Stroke of Fate. They're gonna smoke, but guess what? Under the guise of our boys from Motoka. There you go. We're gonna find the Oracle. The smoke breaks out. Fortune Zen locking them in. The center stomp is off the mark. The silence is there, but I think he's gonna have False Promise available. Stroke of Fate still holding on to it. They're committing 3 heroes and a Helm of the Dominator. He's gonna sidestep the Stroke of Fate. RZS, the Warrior's Punch, another Fortune Zen. The False Promise still buying time. Where is the reaction? It looks like there's no reaction. They will find this kill. It's just going to take a long time. Okay, the False Promise will wear off. They finally get the kill. Still, that's a 3-man smoke gank that takes a long time to find on 1 measly support. The gold advantage actually increased during that time. Golem, though, still farming. Alright.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant scan. Maybe expecting a rotation around this area, but no. Our boy Ryer is just here. Playing with a Centaur, TP from the Oracle. Oh, and they have this Tiny. Where's that toss we're all waiting for? Oh, maybe he can blink and toss the Monkey King back. That might be even more effective. Do they have vision on the side of SG that the Tiny TP? No, they don't. But it looks like Mini. He's a little self-conscious. He's gonna use that tree as a protection measurement. Oracle already placing some wards here. Looks like Mini doesn't have the 3D Dance Vision AoE, so he doesn't know about this. And now as he commits this, the Avalanche is there. And it looks like they will stop him. No, the Balance Strike is there. Buying time. It is a level 4 Balance Strike. The Astro, though, makes sure that the TP rotation from SG is going to be punished. I mean, not punished, but not effective. Sexy Fat. They do have vision of you, so RZS just keeps on camping here, and he actually has another ward, so they could dominate this mid area right now, and they could still take a fight if necessary. The Lifestealer House's Radiance going already has a relic, so many greedy items on the side of Motoka. They're gonna have to take the perfect fight right now. Alright, the Midas actually eats that Helm of the Dominator. That is another thing going on for them. The Midas is so effective. They have 3 heroes that can just destroy this Helm of the Dominator that the Darkseer farmed. And this Darkseer is their 2nd highest net worth hero. He should be doing a lot, but he can't because of those Midases. And they keep on outfarming them. Radiance now done for this Lifestealer. Oh my lord. Whew. Golem's gonna be forced out here. Level 14 arms. The little creep will find a Murdoch. The spell right there with the Warrior's Punch tag team. Stroke of Fate gets sidestep, but they do find another kill. Still, 3 heroes to find 1 kill. Everyone else is farming.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright.
Dire's structures are
Lifestealer here wants to use his Midas very shortly, trying to farm the side of SG, but these small camps were already farmed. Mini does have vision. It looks like they actually know exactly where he is. The Avalanche does not connect. Nice Primal Spring out, and it looks like the tower falls. It's actually an OD taking the tower by himself. Like, that should not happen, but because of the Tiny, because of the heroes on the side of SG. Oh, nice force step there, trying to break the trees. Mini, can you actually... What Okay, he's gonna try and cut the wave. Nice tree dance. He was ready. He's trying to play with Motoka a little bit. He's using this tree area, knowing that there's not much they can do about it. But still, he is just buying time. Where is the reaction? Where is the movement from SG that is going to win them a fight? For now, there's no movements. There's just low sieging this. And a lot of TPs coming through. Darkseer has that wall. Balance strike. Can you get it? Nice vacuum with the balance strike. This could be the fight. Soul Bind with 2 silences. The Astral buying time for Ryer. He did not get silencing time. The Warrior's Punch locks arms, and he's going to infest the creep, and the hammer is there. Ryer with the false promise turns it around, but he will fall at the end. Nice wicked 6 streak for this Tiny. He keeps on getting kills after kills. He doesn't have Blink Dagger though, so they're going to lose 2 heroes on the side of SG for 1 OD. Looking for arms. The Blade Fury actually finds that kill. Dunyao, can you disengage? The Omni Slash Golem God finds another kill. Double kill for him. And finally, SG actually takes a stance and gets some kills for them. Alright. So, is he going for that same build? Yeah, looks... Oh, actually... Oh, I think he already has a Maelstrom in the courier. And now he's going for that same Mjolnir. So let's check everyone's items here. Looks like Enigma already has a Blink Dagger, so he can go for those Blink Black Holes. Oracle with the Smoke has a lot of other wards and Arcane Boots. Midas Force Staff onto the Outworld Devourer. Radiance Midas going for Manta on the Life Stealer. The Enigma, we already talked about him. And Tread's Blink Dagger Shadowblade on the way. Or the Tiny, no surprises there. Darkseer going Greaves, actually already has a lot of farm. The Grimstroke is going for a Force Staff. The Juggernaut pretty close to that Mjolnir. Once again, Golem farming pretty well, even though there's a Midas on the side, on the Lifestealer. Mini going Battle Fury. Now this is what I like. This is exactly what I think SG needs. They need some sort of greediness coming out of their cores, alright? So the Mjolnir, I would say it's like definitely a little more greedy than going Manta on the Juggernaut, but still I think they need more because there's 3 Midas there. So the Battle Fury is a nice start. And the Tusk actually did get a Blink Dagger. Alright, so now can I go for some interesting plays right here. Okay. Okay, let's check Gaben's opinion about this game. Actually pretty even, 48%. Chance that SG is gonna win. Bottom side of the map, there is Blink Dagger on both the Enigma and the Tiny here, so they can go for some toss plays, some Blink Dagger plays. The Courier brings the Yasha here to the Lifestealer, and they're gonna get a ward here. SG, okay, the Inkswell buying time, but the Eva toss combo is insane. Can he actually survive? Lucy will be up. He pops his tick, and now the shard block will make sure that Tiny cannot go for many more plays. Malefice with the Midnight Pulse. Nice soul bind locking them in, but the open wounds make sure that if Murdoch moves forward, they will be able to find that kill, and they keep on pushing here. And guess what? They have a Catapult, they have Black Hole, they have the Hammer in 5 seconds. This could be a pretty good early push coming on the side of Motoka. Can they do it? It looks like the Monkey King is not even there. He does have a TP if necessary. They keep on pushing. The wall gets committed. That Lifesteal illusion kind of dissuades Motoka from fighting, but it also means there's no wall, so maybe they can actually go for a Roshan on the side of Motoka. The Astro just holding that illusion. They don't really Rosh that fast though. There's no death, so there's no minus armor. So yeah, once again, this is unlike game 1. This is not a game where Motoka can just get inside the pit and get Roshan, you know, in like 5-10 seconds like they did. If they're gonna Rosh, it's gonna take a while, and there is chance for SG to contest this. They do have some vision heroes. The Darkseer can send his creep, although it's very likely that it's gonna be, you know, Midas. There is shards, and there's also the Monkey King, but not as good as last game because they had that Phoenix. They had the Phoenix, and I think they had another pretty good... Oh, Batrider. So contesting Roshan was very good. Was very easy for SG. Alright. The applause flying out. It looks like now they're going for another tier 2 tower. This is one of the last ones. Oh, they're gonna surge a little Satyr here, just trying to get vision, but where's the Midas? They don't even need the Midas. That's easy. 200 gold for Ryer. So even if they don't Midas the creep, that's still a lot of gold either way. And I'm not even sure why they threw that creep there. I guess they wanted to get vision. Wanted to make sure everyone was there. So this gives the chance for Golden to split push, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. Like, even though they give that creep away, it also allows Golem to farm very well. But they're going to TP here, and everyone has vision of Golem, so he needs to be careful. There's always the chance of a black hole. They're going to spot the Enigma here. Nice. Astro trying to buy time. They will get the Omnislash zoning everyone away. I think this is going to be an easy... No! He actually blinks out of the Astro. Can they find Murdoch here? The Silence is going to make sure there's no black hole for now, but they will buy back that tiny false promise onto him. He's looking for that black hole. There you go. It's on 2. Can they cancel this down? They can't. The Silence finally comes through, but the hammer is already there. Darkseer did die, and they will be able to get Enigma back to full HP once again. False promise. Eva, can they toss this Monkey King back? No, they're gonna toss him through the air. Mini trying to disengage. There's open ones. Nice snowball. Right by time for him to get out. Where's the tree? That's there you go. He's gonna be able to disengage. Very good play. The Tusk will sacrifice himself for the Monkey King to survive, but he actually found a kill on Schreier. So at the end of the day, that's actually not that bad for SG. Another Eva toss. Juggernaut pretty... Oh no. Juggernaut pretty low HP, and now open wounds onto Lucy. He gets some extra move speed with the Inkswell, but he is going to be taken out either way, and the shard block is not on point. Arms keeps on pushing Boundless Strike with the okay, this is a dead mini. No buyback. The snowball just trying to get that one kill, but now we're gonna die back as well. No, they can push right now. This Arms Lifestealer is full HP. He's level 19. The tower is already a little low. And Sexy Fat, he doesn't have that wall of replica for 30 seconds. Can SG actually defend this, or will Motoka just get a free lane of barracks? They do have buyback on the Greenstroke, but it's not even worth to commit it right now. So the tower will fall. No black hole for 2 minutes. Oh, Tiny looking for that toss back. Doesn't get it this time, but Dunyan, God, just doing so much. Another Inkswell. Where's the surge from Sexy Fat? He doesn't have it. Lucy might just die once again, and now I think his buyback will be more than necessary. Range barracks is already down. Juggernaut will be up in 4, and the Monkey King is also up. Do they have Glyph on the side of the Dire? No, they don't. That's a 1 minute cooldown. Can they defend? Okay, Juggernaut finally comes through the wall of replica. Gets available, but the Darkseer is already pretty low. Avalanche trying to buy time for them to disengage. Do they have the damage to get Tiny? Yes, they do. And that is a lot of gold going towards Golem. They do lose their range barracks, but at the end of the day, they do defend their melee.
Dire's top tower.
Alright, so... Suddenly this is a 10,000 gold lead for Motoka. Map control is already jeopardized, and they have the ability to take shrines now. So this might allow Motoka to Roche finally. We were talking about the problems that they had going for the Roche, because SG would have enough time to contest this, but right now, if they are able to take the shrines, I say, this could be very problematic for SG. They're gonna surge this little baby chicken towards the pit just to make sure they're not there. That is one of the benefits of that Darkseer helm of the Dominator. You're always going to be on top of what they're doing. And for now, he's gonna be guarding Erosion Pit. Let's check everyone's items here. Oracle going for that Aether Lens. The OD with Hurricane Pike already done, very close to a BKB. Manta and Assault Cuirass looks like the item. Oh, he already has it. Arms so farmed. Enigma has BKB, and we did talk about the inability that SG has of canceling the black hole. The only hero that can do it is Ma, and he needs to save that Walrus Punch. But even still, if the black hole is on top of the Enigma, there's no way he cannot do it. He doesn't have the attack range to cancel that one out. Tiny with the Avalanche toss already maxed, and now going. Actually, is this Lotus Orb? Oh, I don't know where. Okay, they actually lost the Monkey King there. I'm sorry, guys. I was a little confused by the energy booster. Looks like they're gonna lose the Monkey King here. That's 40 seconds with no Monkey King, and he doesn't have a buyback. So let's see how much they're gonna force. They're not going Roshan, actually. They're gonna go towards the high ground right here. The Eidolons giving vision. The creeps will... Well, right are the creeps. Okay. It's gonna take a while. I think the Monkey King was trying to cut the wave, but he did get punished. And even though they have backdoor protection, it's going to last for very little time. They're gonna get an Astro here. Nice wall with that Radiance Illusion. Can they take that Illusion out? He's pretty tanky, but finally falls. So they keep on pushing the wall. Dissuades Motoka to go super hard here, but they can slow push. They're gonna take that ward out, and finally they disengage, knowing that they did not force buyback on the side of SG. There was a smoke on this Enigma with BKB. Are they fake backing? Are they pushing? Looks like they're gonna keep on going. Monkey King not there just yet. He's actually going towards the opposite direction, but seeing everyone here, he might change his mind. There you go. He's gonna go back. Stroke of Fate getting committed. and the wall will eventually fade away. Huh, Motoka actually spending a lot of time here with this stalemate. They know that, oh, and look at this. There's actually wards here. The smoke was seen by the side of Motoka. The tower will fall. Smoking. Oh, can they get a good balance strike here? The blink from, alright, where's the black hole? They're gonna get the Midnight Pulse. Grimstroke already dead. The Wukong's command gets committed, but it's not really hitting many people. They're gonna get a good vacuum right there, but the False Promise buying time for the Oracle. They're gonna get an Astro here, holding one of the heroes from SG in place. Can they find Darkseer? He has this hood, but it's not enough. He's gonna die, and he has buyback. I think this is going to be necessary. Golem, they find the black hole right on the tip, and with that rage, this is a dead Juggernaut. They have to commit those buybacks, and there you go, Jug and the Darkseer. They're gonna try and turn this around with the Snowball. Where is the Shard? Or the Shards? They do not commit it. Finally, it's gonna block Murdoch in, but the melee barracks are also very, very low. Omnis Lash on to 1, but they do not find any kills just yet. Dunyan so low, but he's going to survive. Finally, one Maelstrom proc gets that kill, but the Hammer makes sure that Mini is dead for 41, and slowly but surely Ryer is going to find his melee barracks. It looks like Ma also gets taken out by arms, and he's actually fighting the entirety of SG here. Look at that. He's just walking around. Golden, this could be a little dangerous to arms. Hello, hello, the Surge. Oh, nice Manta. You open wounds actually hitting so much. Golden, can you actually get this kill? This fight is a little weird. Finally, they commit the Blade Fury arms. Are you actually going to fight? Oh my lord, that is a little bit of a throw. They're gonna get the Soul Bind onto 2. Okay. So, they lost 4 heroes for 1 melee barracks. That was a little throwy. You know, I don't like to flame. I definitely don't like to flame, but running around, the Juggernaut here, that was a little bit too much, maybe. Well, maybe not. Let's see. This is a 15,000 gold lead on the side of Motoka here. Now Golem finds himself that tower. Can they actually Rosh out of this? There is an illusion rune right here. Roshan is full HP. Do they have any medallions? They don't, but there's Tag Team. Tag Team might be enough for them to Rosh, especially if the Monkey King rotates as fast as possible here. They don't want to commit that buyback onto the Lifestealer, so SG, out of that one play, oh my god, they're gonna get a Roshan here, and this is a good start, you know? They might just lose this game, but that play, we have to, you know, we cannot forget that play, because if SG wins, everyone's gonna go back to it. Well, Roshan will fall, no response. There is one little tiny here, and we saw him have a huge impact. The tree toss will reveal that Roshan is pretty much 20% HP. They're gonna get a good vacuum with the Warrior's Punch. Eva toss, nice Inkswell silencing the tiny Roshan. Falls Golden did pick it up, but there is no detection here. It looks like they don't have a dust on the side of SG, but they will get Roshan regardless. And what a weird play from that Lifestealer. So, you know, we were at about 90%, and we are dipping down here. I think we're going to be at around 75%. And if Golem delivers, which he did in Game 2, this game might be going back to SG. And I know how hungry these guys are for a minor. They've been training so hard for so long. These unknown boys from Brazil. Yes, unknown might be a very strong word, but they didn't have a lot of competitive experience. They are picked up by SG, and suddenly they might be one step further from qualifying to the close qualifiers. Golem, already level 23. Jeez, he actually got a lot of levels here. Oh boy. Oracle. Level 16. Looks like the shrine is being taken out, so finally they do rotate. This one is still up, but this one is the more important one. Very unlikely that SG will be able to, you know, get a free Roshan again, unless they they just dance around the Juggernaut like that again. Okay. So we have a pause. How are you guys doing? I'm doing pretty well. Hope the casting is okay-ish for you guys. I'm just a little hungry, actually, but I think there's food waiting for me, because we will have another game to cast very shortly. It's going to be whoever wins this game. Actually, let me double check who won the other series. I assume that one didn't take as much as this one, you know, with the pauses and that 1 hour game. Okay, it looks like so that was Team Odd actually won against Gorilla Pride. And we are back. Alright. Sorry for the Legarino there. So Team Odd actually has Kotaro, Excel, Schofield, J-Marie, and Sword Army. So a lot of known names, a lot of good players. Whoever wins this game will have a tough time indeed. Alright, they're grouping up. They do have that BKB Arch, the Enigma. Do you really want to push though? You know, even with a Catapult Wave, it looks like they are unsure. And the Shards with Stroke of Fate will actually get that. Alright. Golden TP's in. He did get that MKB, which means that the Radiance is not going to be as effective, which also means that a 20% evasion of the Lifestealer is not going to be that effective. Okay. Stalemate. Black Hole a little less effective because of the 2 lives on the side of SG, so they're gonna have to be very careful with how they approach this game now. Still, they are going for the objectives here. Shrine gets taken out.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
Even though SG, you know, they got a couple of things going for them. They know how scary it is to actually contest Roshan, so I'm sorry, to contest those shrines. Okay. So invisibility for Murdoch as well as smoking. I heard an Avatar's. Alright, they're gonna find a Grimstroke. It looks like he might be dead. The second Arcane Orb finds that Q Golem. Pops the Blade Fury here. No bashes coming from the Lifestealer, which means he's going to be able to disengage. Alright, middle lane. Nice Mischief here, buying time. The Balance Strike is off the mark. The Vacuum is here. Oh, SG, they're a little overeager here. You can feel the tension. You know, that buyback. I mean, this might be the safe play, and considering you are playing from behind, you should probably go for the safe play, but, you know, it does showcase their mentality here. He really wants to win this game, but Side of Vice gets revealed, and this is a dead monkey. He has buyback, and there you go. Nice Ominous Lash buying time, but Arms commits that Manta, which means there's not going to be that much damage, so by locking some heroes in. Oh my god, that is a huge hammer. No Darkseer for 90 seconds. They're going to find the Aegis, and now it's time for the Black Hole. They're going to find Juggernaut here. Can they cancel this? No, they cannot. The Warrior's Punch is not available. Golem keeps on fighting, though. He's super tanky, and he bashes the Enigma. This is a good turnaround. The Wukong's command gets committed, and they will buy back the Tusk as well. Can they find Arms? They are going for it. He's pretty low. He's going to infest one little creep. Can they find the skill with the slow from the Equilibrium? No, it's going to be Ryer that dies, and Golden still alive even after the Purifying Flames and Fortunes, and Golden pops his Blade Fury, but the Tiny blinks out. So at the end of the day, this fight doesn't really favor anyone, I think. Okay, they do find the Oracle as well. So Mini has BKB. After the fight recap shows up, we can actually check everyone's items here. Oh, that is an annoying Lifesteal Illusion. Oh.
One of my punishments as a boy was painting rocks.
That Dunyao. This is a little bad. Because, you know, bounties are exposed. Nice play there by Arms. You're going to be able to pick 2 bounties in the top lane, but SG, since everyone pretty much is dead, they will be able to get the bounties on the bottom side of the map. It looks like the fight recap never showed up, or maybe I'm just too hungry to pay attention to that. So let's check the items. The Oracle does have the Aether Lens. OD with the Side of Vice that got revealed in the fight. I want to say it got revealed, but maybe it was up for longer. South Caress, as well as the Radiance. Abyssal Blade might be delivered right now to the Lifestealer. Enigma going Refresher, actually he has the Refresher, right? He has the recipe as well as 4,000 gold. And Tiny with that Blink Shadow Blade going, I'm not sure where this came from, but yeah, he's going for the Echo Saber. Maybe he was going Lotus and gave up. Darkseer with a Pipe, going Blink Dagger next. Grimstroke with the Force Staff, and now a gem that was not stolen. Looks like that's actually his gem. Juggernaut with the MKB now going Butterfly, super close to it. And the Monkey King actually has 4,000 though. I wonder, I guess Scotty might be a pretty good game here, controlling everyone. You're going to be able to slow the Lifestealer and the OD with their pseudo BKBs. Abyssal Blade finds our boy Golden here. That's going to be a Side of Vice with the open wounds. Is he going to die? The Snowball buying a little bit of time, but I'm not sure this is going to be enough. He will commit the Blade Fury, but that is one dead Golden for 2 minutes. Oh no, this ward right here. Oh, 2 minutes. Oh, he actually gets buyback as he dies there. Very good for SG. I mean, not very good, but good nonetheless. They find themselves a little catapult here. The wall gets committed. Roshan still long time before it's going to respawn. Iron Shell, Darkseer Illusion. I mean, it is Darkseer's Illusion, but it is made from a Lifestealer. Alright. Very tense game. Tiny, just attacking the barracks by himself, has double damage though, so that's a lot of damage. You cannot just ignore this, and it is quickly falling. Now he loses the tree as well as the double damage, but anyways, another melee barracks falls, and they have Black Hole on the side. They are just buying time for the Tusk to respawn, because if they take this fight out, the Tusk might just be over. Can they buy 14 seconds? There is Glyph, so I think they can. Mini already setting up here, but it looks like they might have an idea. Ryer could use the Force Staff to go through that tree, and now the Midnight Pulse actually finds the Monkey King. He's going to be stunned for 4 seconds, but it looks like they don't have vision because it is nighttime. They're going to get an Avatos, kill the Grimstroke, open wounds on to Mini. Nice Balance Strike, Willow came in place, but the Black Hole is going to be here. The Water Sponge, she doesn't get it. This might just be the sheep. No, the Omnis actually gets a bash, but with the Refresher and the Hammer, it looks like SG might actually lose this game. They did fight very well. The games were even. SG, they were playing their hearts out, but it looks like that Dunyan, Tiny, and everyone on the side of Motoka just played a little bit better. And that's it, right? So it is such a hard game that any extra inch would mean a lot, even when you dance around the Juggernaut. Guys, I'm your caster Bowie. It is an honor to cast this game for all of you. Thank you very much for being here. If you don't follow me, if this is your first time watching, consider following me. I'm trying to become a caster. Any exposure is appreciated. If you can't, if you don't, it doesn't matter. It was a pleasure either way. And we will cast the next series, which is going to be Motoka versus Team Odd, with a lot of the best talent on Peru. So let's see if Brazil or Peru will be able to go to Kiev. We will have a short break. Thank you very much once again, and enjoy the music. I'm gonna be back shortly. At least I hope so.
Dark, if you're not gonna douse up.